Wow, would you look at the time? Has it already been 4 years or maybe 5? I literally can't remember anymore. It seems like just yesterday, Mersh was a big, bulbous beach ball of a boy, a big, bloated something of a guy, and now he's ripped, right? It's almost the end of August, according to my wrist, where I store my thoughts and memories. And I seem to recall Mersh said he would be ripped by August. Now, again, and this is very important to note, a lot of people have been mocking Mersh for this. They're saying, Mersh, you're still not ripped. He never said what year. It was never brought up, and it will never be brought up. So again, it could have been years and years ago, but we are almost at September. So I have to assume Mersh is doing better now. Let's check in with Mersh and see how he is looking. Okay, not great. Gotta be honest, we've got 1 day to go in August, and does anybody have any diet tips or anything? Listen, are we live on Rumble right now, by the way? We're supposed to be live on Rumble, and I have no clue if Rumble is working. We're supposed to be live for the first time on no, it's not. It's just not working. So the whole intro of this episode is not live on Rumble. Why? Why is that happening? I have it set up to be Rumble. Here's an interesting thing. We got kicked off of YouTube again. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Mersh. It's our big Ripped by August celebration.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
And no, I can't. All right, let me try. What happens if I stop trying to go to Rumble? We're trying to go to Rumble. Okay, I've definitely got it set up properly. Yep. All right. Now, we got kicked off of YouTube. We're going to talk about that. We are live on Kick, it looks like. We might be live in several other places. We do have a new YouTube channel. You can find it over at awful.tube. Keep awful.tube bookmarked, and you will always have our new YouTube channel. But we're supposed to be live on Rumble, and ain't nothing happening. Just said, yep, just nothing. Begin streaming, but why? Why would you? It just picked a random time. That's good. That's good. I did not set up that time at all. Okay, and save. There we go. And are we live? No. Nope. I don't know how to make it go live. There's like 41 people waiting on Rumble, it says. I don't know how to make that happen. We're going to be watching Mersh on a Rumble show, by the way. And I assume at some point during this, Mersh is going to go live on Rumble, and we might check in with him there as well. This is kind of disappointing if I can't get it to go. We've already done the tests. Rumble stinks, by the way. Rumble, there's only one person who hates Rumble more than me, and it's Mersh. The guy who has put all of his chickens in the Rumble basket cannot stand every single episode. He's like, here's what's bad about Rumble. Here's how I'd fix it. Me and Dick Masterson ought to walk into the place and show him what for, as he's going through his delusional, vape-induced stroke horse fantasies about how to fix Rumble. And I hate Rumble the second most, because here's the thing. Rumble ain't going to exist very, very soon. Okay, and are we live? Are we live on Rumble? No. No, Rumble is actually... Here's the thing about Rumble. I have just started using Rumble because of our YouTube issues. And of course, I'm not stupid. At no point am I ever going to concentrate on Rumble. I just thought it'd be really funny to do this episode on Rumble while Mersh is sitting there getting angrier and angrier about it. But I would never focus on Rumble, not only because when you go there, it's so clearly a streaming site for grandpas that every single ad on it is for ivermectin or Ben Gay. I'm not even sure if that's a product anymore, but they're selling it on Rumble. Not only that, this is true. I literally cannot get Rumble to work. There's no reason for this. It just straight up doesn't make sense that it's not streaming there right now. This is crazy. This is straight up insane that it's just not working. Man, all right, hang on a second. We're going to go into I got to tell you this thing about Rumble because it is nuts. All right, this says that here's where I stream to. I'm just going to give out my stream key and see if anybody else can make this work. Who wants to stream to my Rumble right now? You want to stream your PPP Starfish to my Rumble? Because I might let you at this point. What a disaster of a website this is. It says waiting for stream. What are you waiting for? I'm streaming. This is real. Let me go to r/Mersh. All right. A place that I don't visit very often anymore. So hello, if you're here from r/Mersh, hi. Nice to see you again. Been a while. Somebody posted there a little while ago Rumble's financials, and it's fascinating. We have to talk about this. Let's go to it. Let's see. Rumble. And we're going to limit to, yep. And oh my God. Sort by new. And Rumble. Here we go. Perfect. Check this out. This is insane. Okay. So Rumble released their 2024 Q2 info. Okay. You know, they're a publicly traded company, Rumble, somehow. You know, by botting all of their live streams and faking their numbers, they are now a publicly traded company. By the way, share the show on YouTube. Podawful.tv is the short link. Share the show on YouTube. So they released their 2024 Q2 results. They had a $35 million loss. They barely have 1 year of cash until they are completely run out. Thank you to AndCon for posting this on r/Mersh. So he did the math on this. I love it when a guy does the math because number one, I cannot do the math. And number two, I do not believe in math. I, in fact, deny all algebra, all mathematics, everything about math I don't think is real. But I have to trust this guy when he says this. It sounds right. He says they almost doubled sales and marketing from last year, but revenue is still down. So even though they are on paper doing better, they're doing worse. Their revenue in Q2 is $22,469,543. Okay. But their total expenses in Q2 are $57,701,128, which is, of course, a $35 million plus loss. Uh-oh.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Now, of course, you got Liquid Mersh. You've got Liquid Rumble. How much total cash does Rumble have on hand right now? $154,200,000. All right. Sounds like a lot. That's a big deal. But they have 4.3 quarters left until all of that money is gone, assuming they stay on the track that they've been on this entire time.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
So this was summed up here by saying, so that's basically 13 months of runway left. At the current burn rate, Rumble will be insolvent by the end of September 2025. So it looks like next year we'll be doing Ripped by August 3 and Rumble Crumbles 1. And that'll be the only episode of Rumble Crumbles. So I cannot get Rumble to work. Maybe if their website wasn't such shit. Oh, it looks like we are finally streaming. Why? Why is it streaming now and wasn't before? There's no answer. Work. Maybe if their website wasn't such shit. Oh, okay, there we go. We're live. So this website, I am currently streaming to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 different, 9 different places, as a matter of fact. Some of them you can find, some of them you can't. Some of them are secret and hidden. I'm streaming to all of these different places. Rumble's the only one that didn't instantly go live. I got to tell you, I don't like this Kick platform either, but Kick went live before even YouTube. So I guess we got to give it to Kick. Anyway, Mersh is a big old tub of lard. Let's get into it. This is Podawful.
For someone to fuck, Ryan, and it might just end up being you.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, welcome, henchmen. This is Podawful. We're coming to you on incredibly secret airwaves right now. This is pirate radio. This is, I mean, we're really pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps here, making it happen. Here's what I'm going to promise you as far as this episode goes. We are going to cover this entire episode probably of Mersh and Royce on Elijah Schaffer. Again, another Rumble/censored show. We'll be joined by one of the co-captains of censored.tv, Mr. Ryan Katsu Rivera, one of my good friends, and he'll be joining in, making fun of Mersh. And I've got some steel toe Aaron Imholte updates that nobody else has. I've got info that nobody's got. So stay tuned. We'll talk about that in just a second. But I do want to address this YouTube stuff very quickly. From now on, Podawful exists not on one YouTube channel, but on as many YouTube channels as you can help make happen. This is Podawful Project Hydra. We will be doing shows, no matter what, from now on, in the Pizza Fund. YouTube goes down. If I don't have a single YouTube channel, fuck YouTube. We'll go live on Kick. We'll go live on Rumble. If it will work! And we'll go live in the Pizza Fund because we don't have to worry about all that stuff. We're looking into some new technology for the Pizza Fund that will potentially make this easier, a little bit more affordable, and maybe more interesting. In fact, might allow you to get in on the fun. But here's the deal. Part of this Project Hydra thing, and this was all according to plan for season Ephemera Obscura. Season Ephemera Obscura. If the entire point, the entire thought process behind that name was knowing that this moment was going to happen. There's no world where you sit around making fun of everybody and there aren't going to be bad actors who go and do stuff to you. Those people are still going to try. They're probably right now trying to take down this YouTube channel and any other place that we're live on. That's fine. This is where you come in. You like Podawful. You want to make it happen. Hey, you want to just profit off of my show? Guess what? All free episodes, meaning non-Pizza Fund episodes of Podawful, are now sort of public domain. Okay? Look, I own them. You can upload them. And as long as you don't piss me off, then upload them to as many YouTube channels as possible. Make money off of them. I don't care. Chop them, screw them, clip them, upload them in full, run ads on them. I don't give a shit. Whatever you want to do. You want to make your own website that uploads free Podawful episodes for people, and then you're running Google ads. I don't care. I'm not looking into it. as long as you like Podawful, then guess what? You now own a part of Podawful. Podawful is now part of you. And that's the contract. That's it. Shake on it. Good. We're done. There are a bunch of channels right now on YouTube all uploading old shit. The funniest part to me about being on YouTube is we know YouTube hates Podawful. Like, it's almost at this point a specific hatred of Podawful. There are so many other shows, even on the level of Podawful or a little above or a little below, that every single episode they are breaking all of the rules and nothing bad ever happens to them. And by the way, this is what the people who are out there doing nefarious things need to understand. That could change. All of those channels only exist by the good graces of people like myself on the internet, people who don't go out there trying to cause a bad time for everybody else. I see there are now YouTube channels dropping like flies. It's getting bad. It turns out that a lot of the grandmas and grandpas who are the people behind hating Podawful and trying to get it off of YouTube, a lot of the dyke beasts who are behind it, they didn't even know until this year you could just report videos and stuff. They're just figuring this out. I had a guy tell me it can't be that easy to report your channel. It has to be your fault. Otherwise, why wouldn't we all be reporting channels? That's psycho. You're psycho if you think, why would you be? You tell me, why would you be reporting the channels? And maybe you'll convince me. So this is something to keep in mind. So right now, there's a bunch of people archiving, clipping, all that stuff, and re-uploading to YouTube. Now, you do this at your own risk, of course. Podawful content is banned from YouTube. And that's why it's so funny to put it up there. Keep uploading clips. Keep archiving. YouTube hates it. Fuck YouTube. Podawful exists on YouTube, and the reason I put so much focus onto YouTube is because we fucking hate YouTube. I'm not going in there and trying to pull an Ogdom. This isn't Operation Ogdom. This is Project Hydra. Despite the fact that they had me arrested over something like that, that's not what I'm trying to do. But here's what I would like to do. I'd like to fill up their servers. Now, obviously, we're a drop in the bucket. We don't have to be. The more you upload, the more they are paying for Podawful. I'm going to start taking random, just making backroom YouTube channels and uploading the shows to my website from those, and then just having 50 backups, one after the other. When one goes down, it just instantly changes to the next backup, and just make YouTube my data bitch. You can help do that, all right? I cannot do it alone. It has become harder and harder to make YouTube accounts at this point. You do have to jump through some hoops. But if you're willing to do that, you're allowed to profit. And I am eternally grateful. If you go to the channel page for the YouTube channel that we're on right now, again, awful.tube, you can see I've listed a bunch of the ones. All the ones that I know of that are currently archiving or clipping are down there. If you are archiving or clipping and you're not listed there, or you want to be listed there, contact me on Discord. And by the way, we are live right now in Discord as well. If you want to jump on air and you have anything to add to any of this, you want to make fun of Mersh or anything else we are doing, you can do so by joining the call-in section on Discord. Let's check some of our chat rooms. We have about 150 of them at this point, and see what people are saying. The DDoS ran out of steam already. That's some Temu DDoS. Oh, were people DDoSing in chat? Yeah, okay, this is... So again, we hate YouTube. This is some great new technology that we've got going on. We're constantly inventing new ways of making YouTube a bad experience for everyone. Because, you know, as much as people out there tell me that I need to join these alt-tech websites like Kick and Rumble, you're still using YouTube. And as long as people still use YouTube, YouTube will be a monopoly unless the government comes in and breaks up Google, starts busting them. then this is going to continue being a thing. So every day, Podawful, the henchman, the cult, we invent new tricknology in order to make YouTube impossible to use for others. Our newest flavor of doing this, this is pretty cool. Actually, if somebody who was there for it wants to join me on air here for this, I would love to talk about this with you. We've invented this thing called DDoSing. Now, it's not what you think. All right, this is actually not against YouTube's terms of service, I think. It's not, we're not actually DDoS. You know, DDoS is a directed denial of service attack. I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do any, I'm not a hacker. I don't know any of that stuff. Here's what we do now, okay? You go to a chat room while somebody's live, and now they're going to do this to all the chats. You go to their chat room and you start just typing over and over again in chat, DDoS, 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 DDoS. And the insane thing is we've now invented an almost analog way of DDoSing. You just say DDoS over and over again and the stream stops. They're no longer talking about what they were talking about before. We did this to hundreds of channels the other day. One of them now no longer exists. They got DDoSed off of YouTube. I don't even know what happened there. We went into one chat and filled it with so much DDoS that the guy got up away from his camera and then the screen went black. It was a literal DDoSing. It shouldn't even be possible. Oh, Jerry's sending me his channel. Let's see here. Do I not have this one yet? We'll get that one up there, Jerry. I thought I had yours up. Anyway, so it's an incredible little trick. You just feel, everybody's now DDoSing the chat. You just say DDoS over and over again. People are like, what the hell? And then they start, they don't know what DDoS even means. So they Google it. They go, oh, I'm being cyber attacked. One guy had a StreamYard open and I jumped into his StreamYard and I went on there. I was like, hey man, I just want to warn you. I'm not doing this, but I'm a part of a hacker forum. And this is a joke. I'm part of a hacker forum. And I just saw it. They said they're going to DDoS you. And he's like, huh? What do you mean? I was like, yeah, you're a targeted individual now. You're being gang stalked. You're getting DDoS. He's like, when's this going to happen? And I was like, I feel like maybe right now. And then, of course, boom, the entire chat. DDoS, DDoS. He's like, yep, it's happening. I'm getting DDoS. I was like, yeah, man, you're getting DDoS. It's a shame. He's like, I don't know what do I do? And I was like, yeah, I guess they pwned you. You're pwned. I don't know. Maybe speak to their leader. And then he starts bringing people on. They start porn bombing him. It's a great time. Anyway, we have fun. DDoSing. Try this out. This is a new thing we do. You go to a YouTube chat. They're live. You just spam DDoS. Okay. It's not super creative. By the way, this only works on white people. This is reverse racist. No one else knows what DDoS means, if you catch my drift. Okay, so you do have to select your audience with this one, but it's pretty fun, pretty good. Another new trick we're doing. All right, some more technology. Every single video you watch on YouTube, again, YouTube is our dumping ground. It's a landfill. YouTube has been a data landfill for about 15 years now. So treat it as such, okay? It's like tossing your cigarette out the window. For some reason, you're allowed every single time you watch any YouTube video, doesn't matter what's happening on it, doesn't matter what it's about, just leave a comment and say, Podawful mentioned. Podawful mentioned, all caps, exclamation point. Podawful mentioned. We just want people to start seeing that and go like, Podawful was on this? What? Huh? Even when all of our channels get taken down, when these comments are up there, Podawful mentioned people, we'll still be on YouTube. These are their tricks, okay? Yeah. Oh my God. I am getting so DDoSed right now. Oh my gosh. There's nothing but DDoS in my I'm getting DDoSed right now. Well, we got a pretty good number of people watching considering I don't have a YouTube channel anymore. Getting DDoSed on Kick now. I'm getting pwned as well. I Operation Digital Litter. They're saying, yeah, that's a thing that I came up with by traveling time and watching Red Bar. Shaman loves girl semen, somebody says on Rumble. Not really sure what that has to do with anything. So our topic tonight is, of course, the one and only Mersh. I do not keep up with Mersh anymore. Okay? I know what everybody thinks about Podawful. It's the Mersh show. I'm only even doing this episode because I went, I need something people will tune into for the first episode back from my banning. So I am cheating. This is a cheat. And I am going to tell you a little bit about Aaron Imholte, who was supposed to be the guest on tonight's show.
I have autism.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's the wrong one. No. You don't have autism, you.
I am high energy. I can't control myself.
That's the Aaron Imholte version of that one. Aaron Imholte was supposed to be the guest on tonight's show, so I do want to let people know about what's going on, because this is crazy. All right. I'm sure most people who watch this show already heard the news when it comes to some of this stuff. But don't think you know what I'm about to say here exactly, okay? Yesterday, I sent out of the blue Aaron a message, and I said, I know you're a busy guy. And I only know he's a busy guy because I saw him in a suit leaving a courtroom like this. He's doing an important big man walk out of the courtroom. A very solemn walk. So I say, I know you're a busy guy, but would you guest on my show tomorrow night? I was trying to think who would be good for a Mersh episode, you know? Maybe Aaron Imholte. Maybe he would work. Oh, we got somebody wanting to call in here. Let me give you the role and you can talk. Hello? Hi, subpar.
Hello.
Hi, what did you want to share with us?
I don't know. You asked me to come on before, so I'm on now.
I didn't ask
and
you
I can say hi.
specifically. I did not.
I think so.
Nope. Did not happen.
Okay. That Aaron Imholte guy.
You think
What
I
about him?
specifically asked you to come on? Are you brain dead? What?
Of course I am.
When
Yeah.
did that happen?
You know, I get the messages. I get the subtle underpinnings.
This is freaking me out. No. I would never specifically ask you to come on ever.
Okay, cool. No problem.
If you have something you want to add, feel free.
I guess just that it's great to see Podawful disseminated across the internet, you know?
Wow, thank you for saying that, I think. I apologize for Lenny, you can just join. I don't know why he's in the call-in thing. Come
He's being
on air.
polite.
He has the ability to just come in.
He's just being nice, I think.
Lenny, why didn't you just come in?
Oh, you told me to
Ryan.
go into the call-in channel earlier.
What? I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, me specifically.
Okay, please
Yeah.
stop. Whatever this technology is, please stop. Am I getting DDoSed right now? By the way, we have
You're getting
Ryan.
mind-finkled.
We have our
Hi,
special
Ryan.
guest here now as well, Ryan Katsu Rivera. Okay, subpar, this is not a funny
Hello.
bit, and I'm getting rid of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Lenny, you can actually stay though. And then, if you want, you don't have to. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sort of. You sound like you're inside of maybe some sort of long underground tunnel. There's sort of an echo. Hello? What a nightmare this is. Hello? Now you have... All right, Lenny, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just a Ryan problem. We'll come back to Ryan in a second. Let me finish this Aaron thought here. So I said, I know you're a busy guy, but would you be a guest on my show tomorrow night? I thought Ryan would be a good guest. I thought Aaron would be a good guest.
Check.
There, I can sort of hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Check 1 2 3. Hello.
Hello. You're a little quiet. I'll raise you
It's
up.
quiet.
Yeah,
Crap.
I'll just raise your volume. It's fine.
All right. Check 1 2.
Okay, so I thought Ryan would be good. I asked Porsalin, but it turns out Porsalin is retired from making fun of Mersh and also the internet. Shout out to Porsalin. So I asked Aaron, I said, would you be on board to do it? Tomorrow night, it's a big one. This is a big episode. I said this would I thought about it for a second. I had sent him that and I was like, oh, he's going to think, I said it's a big one. He's going to think I want like to have him on and talk about all of his woes and problems. Ryan, are you familiar with Aaron Imholte and his woes and his problems?
Yeah, he's got some woes. Sad to see.
Yeah. Do you know Nick Ricada?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I've been seeing stuff on that.
Okay. So, yeah, Nick, are you, whose side are you on, Nick or Aaron?
See, I don't have any sides. I think it's just a tragedy for everybody involved.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
one of the most horrific, disgusting things ever.
It's crazy.
It really sucks. It really sucks.
I don't think I even know the half of it though. There's like wife swapping stuff involved. And
that's enough by the like if it stopped there, it's an absolute devastating tragedy. You're no longer allowed to go online at that point. Like don't most guys, once they're found to be a swap shop kind of guy, don't they get kicked off of the internet permanently? Wasn't there a guy, Jack Murphy or something that happened with him?
Oh boy.
Do you know who I'm talking? Oh, are you? Am I not allowed to say that to you because you are like?
No.
Are you friends with Jack Murphy?
No, I'm not.
Is Gavin friends with Jack Murphy?
No, I don't think he's friends with him. We interviewed him once, like right before that happened. And we were like, man, we really wish we got him after.
Yeah, it should have been like 2 weeks later. Right? Yeah, well, you couldn't have because he got kicked off the internet, and deservedly so. You don't get to have an online presence anymore once everybody knows that your wife is for grabs. She's for the streets. And when she's up for auction, you can inspect her gums, see every natural illustration you want, check her flaps, kick the tires, and make sure she's got all her nuts on straight. So then you add in the Baldo, which is bad.
What's the Baldo?
You don't know the Baldo?
No.
Woo, buddy! Nick Ricada, what he does is he takes his testicles and he shoves them inside of a little magic bullet, and then he shoves that inside his lady's hootie hole.
A magic bullet and a hootie hole.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. So he was revealed to be like a whiskey butt guy. There's like so many embarrassing things piled on. And then, of course, you add in the fact that not only are you swapping, but you're also doing it with the internet's steel toes ape, and thus by proxy, Aaron and his tarantula. And that's a horrific place to be no matter what. Like, you are already out for the count when it comes to that.
We're talking about a real tarantula?
It's a living, breathing tarantula that resides on Aaron's forehead that controls him with its webs. It tells him evil.
His hair.
It tells him evil thoughts, and it pulls the strings in the relationship.
You know, I do have a strong opinion on his when he decided to have like a mustache beard combo for a little bit.
Yeah,
that was bad. Evil Aaron.
Yeah, the mirror universe goatee he had for a little while. So yeah, everybody told him that was bad, and he kept going, you guys are so funny. Like he was rolling with the punches, but they're like, no, we're serious. Stop it. We can't look at you. It's unpleasant. It's hard. And then every once in a while, he'll have the tarantula under control too. And you're like, why don't you just do that every day? Sometimes he's just so defeated and deflated that the tarantula is like seeping into his eyes like some sort of black goo.
I'm
Anyway,
seeing the tarantula now. Yeah,
it's bad.
I understand it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, I guess I should bring up a picture of Aaron, huh? Aaron Imholte. All right, so I like, by the way, I like Aaron. All right. Just to be clear, we're on Team Aaron at Podawful because we hate Nick Ricada. I've always hated Nick Ricada. He's been an enemy of the show. His wife has been an enemy of the show for as long as possible. There's really no good pictures of Aaron, and I don't just mean because all of them are of Aaron. Like every picture is like out of focus or too low quality, or he's like halfway standing up doing something bizarre, or is a nobody likes onions thumbnail filled with terms and conditions on it. And speaking of conditions on it, Aaron, your hair. Okay, so let's try this one. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, here it's not. I mean, it's not great, but it's not a super tarantula. You know, it's slightly
No, but
better.
that looks like a mating call, sort of like this is springing into action sort of thing, where the legs are all up. Something has happened to the tarantula.
It's like a trapdoor spider where you're about to be its dinner. Yeah, and that's how he got ape. By the way,
like a Jack-in-the-Box spider.
Mm-hmm. So, and then that terrible sign. Okay, listen, I could sit here and critique Aaron all day, but this episode's about Mersh. So let me just explain this. All right. Oh, by the way, this right now, like what you're about to hear is a totally clippable moment. Okay. I'm going to start.
Totally clip of the moment.
In fact, I'm going to start over from the beginning so you get everything in your nice little clip here, because this is exclusive. This is exclusive Aaron Imholte. Nobody's got this information going on right now. So yesterday, I message him for this episode. I say, do you want to co-host? And he's like, I would love to co-host with you. I'm Anthony Cumia. And Ryan, you're friends with Anthony Cumia, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then what does he sound like what I just did?
No, I didn't know I thought that was Aaron.
Yeah, well, Aaron is trying to always sound like Anthony Cumia. Have you ever talked to Cumia and he's like mentioned Aaron before?
No.
Okay. So that's actually bad enough. Just that answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, say what you want. I like Aaron. I don't respect him. I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think his show is particularly good. I don't think he's actually interesting. He seems like a bad husband, but I like him. And
he seems like a nice guy.
He doesn't seem like a nice guy at all.
Really?
No, but
okay.
He's good. But he's not good. He's not a good guy. He's against Nick Rekieta, which is good to me. And Nick Rekieta poisoned his children with cocaine. So I don't know, which side are you going to be? I guess you don't really have to choose sides. But anyway, I wanted Aaron to be on the Mersh episode. So I said, will you do the show? And he's like, I would love to. Podawful's my favorite show. Ah! And he put his Grover arms up in the air and flung them all around. And I had to say to him, like, hey, I want you to know this is in no way going to be about your current legal issues or anything. None of the drama has nothing to do with that. Because I was like, oh, shit, he's going to say no. He's going to think I'm bringing him on for like an ambush. So he was like, I wouldn't mind doing it. And then he sort of he was like, a maybe. He gave me a maybe. He said, I would love to do it anytime. Just tomorrow, there's going to be some issues. And it turns out 2 hours later, all over the internet, a warrant for Aaron's arrest was released. Okay.
I knew that was coming. I would have put $200 on it.
Oh, of course. I mean, so this is crazy. I mean, this is real. I'm going to read you some of it here, not everything, but this is the state of Minnesota versus Aaron Michael Imholte, which, you know, listen, if you were going to fight a state, Minnesota, probably not the worst one to have to go up. You know, I'd prefer like Delaware or Rhode Island, I suppose. And this has his full address on it. That's good that that's out there. So this says the complainant submits this complaint to the court and states that there are probable causes to believe that the defendant committed the following offenses. And it turns out the offenses he committed were the non-consensual dissemination of private sexual images. So Aaron, according to this, is a revenge pornographer. And Kayla Rekieta, Nick's cross-eyed wife, his cross-eyed wife, she is claiming that Aaron did this. And she's claiming it because Aaron did it out loud on his show while live. Said he was doing it. Clearly did do it. The co-host...
That's bad, right?
Yeah. The co-host for the show was Gino Bisconti. And Gino Bisconti then a minute later went, oh, and then commented on it and said that he saw the things, you know, all of her... every point on the map. And now I know that looks bad. Okay. I know that sounds bad. So then this is going around. Everybody is talking. Oh my gosh, Aaron, it's happening. Aaron's getting arrested. Now remember, months ago, I'm the only person screaming at Aaron going, stop talking, stop doing this. You are under arrest. Do you not understand that they are arrested? You're going to be in trouble. Of course, he was already in court before this. Now he's under arrest again. There's a warrant. I mean, it says right here, yeah, okay, they've marked warrant, and it says this warrant may be executed at any time of the day or night and on Sundays or legal holidays. They're very serious about this. Okay, extremely, extremely serious about it. Now, here's where things suddenly, you don't know so much about them, okay? Now, remember, Aaron has just told me that he's a maybe. It's not a lock, but he's a very, very 90% sure possibility for co-hosting this show tonight. And then I see that and I go, oh, wait, never mind. I guess you're being arrested. And then I never hear back from him. Now,
is he like, nah?
To my knowledge, Aaron has not tweeted. He hasn't done a show, not a Rumble, not a YouTube, not last night, not this morning. There's been no hide nor hair of Aaron since then, unless he's done it in the past couple minutes here. I just checked. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no tweets or anything from him, and he stopped replying to me. But here's what I didn't tell you yet. This was Aaron's message to me and why he was only a maybe on this. He said, wouldn't mind if the show was about me, but I'm taking the kids out to the cabin for the weekend tomorrow afternoon. I would have loved to do the show. I may come home if they stay, I won't say where, but if they stay at a certain place tomorrow night. So what time are you on? I'm sorry. I was talking to Salvo about this earlier today. A guy suddenly starts going out to the woods in a cabin with his kid. This is a family annihilation happening. Okay. Somebody needs to check on Ape, number one, to see if she's already been taken out. And number two, these kids are not, he's on the lam right now. Earlier, I called the jail to check to see if he was already in it. All right. This is a thing. They said no. So he is on the run from the
Is there
cops.
a Bowflex in this cabin?
That is my first thought. If there's any sort of exercise equipment whatsoever, we've seen Aaron. He's not using it. So it's not going to end well in this scenario. Now, again, I'm pro Aaron. And here's why, by the way. If you are against me on this, if you don't believe in Aaron's pure innocence when it comes to this, let me maybe change your mind with this. I believe Aaron is innocent. This was posted in our Discord. Thank you to Scampus for posting this. This is a clip of Nick Rekieta, the husband of the woman complaining. And he says this about nude images and they're being shared.
Give you guys some deep insight. We do not have nude pictures of any kind. And if we ever did, it would never be in an electronic device. Ever.
Yep.
There's just way too much potential for that to be out. And it doesn't need to be. Mm-hmm. That's not for anybody else.
Yeah. It's for your guys only. Like that's because that's your relationship is your business. You know what I'm saying? Making your woman or your man.
The idea of having my wife's genitalia on a screen at an office. The idea is it's foreign to me. I don't even know. I don't speak that language.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron is an innocent man. Release him. It's a completely foreign concept to these people. There is no way he could have shared nudes of her. They don't even take nudes and share them, and they're not swingers, and they never do any of this stuff. And that's the bottom line. And here's the thing. It was supposedly shared on Signal. You ever use Signal, Ryan?
I think I was forced to download it for a thing, and basically no.
You seem like the type who would have to do that because of your ties and affiliations to right-wing terrorist organizations. But basically Signal is one of these like crypto, everything is encrypted. You can't see it. Everything gets deleted right after. You can't even screenshot it, sort of things. And so now she's going to have to prove that the photo ever even existed and that it was ever. I don't know if that can be done at this point, but the only evidence in play here is that Nick claims that they have never, ever done anything like this ever. So I figured I would call the jail back again and see if he's been arrested yet. Because again, this is supposed to be my co-host tonight, one of my co-hosts, Aaron Imholte. So we should probably check in on him. So let's give the jail a call. This is the Stearns County Jail.
You have reached the Stearns County Jail. We are closed.
Oh.
Office hours are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So he can't be there. If they're closed, why would he be there?
That's right.
Can be found on the Stearns County Jail website. Please search Stearns County Jail. For inmate visiting, press 1. For inmate phone services, press 2.
I thought they said Imholte.
For inmate mail, press 3. For inmate vending and money systems, press 4. For questions about warrants, press 5. For questions about court, press 6. For warrant information, including active Stearns County warrants, can be found on the Stearns County Sheriff's Office Jail website. To repeat this message.
So I did call them earlier. This number says 24/7. I hate when they do that. It's just a thing telling you to go to a website. It's like, I know I can go to a website. Let's see. Let me search current inmates, past inmates, outstanding warrants, most one. All right, let's search current inmates then. Let's see if he's in. Oh, I can submit a tip. Should I give them? Should I tell them where he is? Maybe I can call. Maybe while he's in the jail, I can call him and he can co-host the show while he's in there. We get him.
Write in a tip and say that on behalf of inmate Aaron Imholte, we're pleading foreign to me. So they should just wipe the slate clean. These charges are foreign to my client.
Okay, I'm not seeing him. Yeah, I'm not seeing him in there right now. He's not in there right now.
Does he have an alias?
Yeah, Baldo God 69.
Search Steel
Toe.
It says his warrant information was updated last today at 7:30 p.m.
Really?
Oh.
Okay. And what does that mean?
I don't know. It's just his warrant. It just says updated last 7:30.
So that just happened, right? I mean,
that was in the chat.
That was like what? That was like just a few minutes ago, basically. Yeah. Okay, it does say that. Felony. His bail amount is $0 though. What does that mean? Does that just mean he can't post bail, or does that mean he could just walk out if he feels
he hasn't seen a judge yet, right? So he doesn't have bail set yet.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, warrant issued, last updated. Yep. Last updated just a few minutes ago, basically. So
you see the caution warning at the bottom of that?
What does it say?
Caution, these persons should be considered dangerous. If you know where they are, please do not approach them or attempt to apprehend them yourself.
All right, we're going to have to submit a tip then. I mean, listen, it's not against Aaron. We just need him to be on the show tonight. So the only way to do that for sure is to get him in justice's hands, and then we call him inside the jail. Are you allowed to co-host a podcast from jail? What's his last name again? Imholte? Okay. Oh, here we go. Aaron Imholte. Here we go. Now this says he's white. Huh. All right. Well,
if he is arrested, they're imholting him hostage. Okay.
Okay. Select on their name below to report a tip via the profile page. Or I can just call the office. It says, should I report it to him? I mean, I kind of know where he is. Yeah, he's still on the outstanding warrants list. Okay. Well, guys, don't submit a tip that he's in a cabin in the woods but he does seem to be on the lam. I mean, it's a little odd that right before the news broke, he's like, I'm going to be gone for the entire weekend, or maybe I won't. Maybe I will sneak home and be on your show. Like that kind of flightiness about it too. That's, I don't know, something funny about that.
I mean, let me ask you this. If you didn't submit the tip and some sort of Benoit type situation was to happen, wouldn't you feel bad?
I would feel real bad in that scenario.
Now, is it possible? Well, I kind of don't think so, but if he was telling you what he told you because you're like, that's an alibi, but knowing that you're a steel trap that you are, I don't think he would set that up, that he thought that was for your ears only. So that kind of knocks out the possibility of that being just an alibi.
Yeah, I think he was legitimately going. Maybe I should at least call the sheriff's office and see if maybe they haven't even tried to execute the warrant. Maybe that's something we can find out. Let me call. Don't talk because they can hear you guys too.
Okay.
Call the sheriff.
Thank you for calling the Stearns County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line. If this is an emergency requiring immediate assistance, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, choose from one of the following options. To speak to the dispatch center to report an alarm, speak to an officer, or report any incident requiring a law enforcement response, press 1. To speak to sheriff records or civil process, press 2.
I don't know which
to
one of
speak
these.
To the jail, press 3. To speak to a member of sheriff's administration during regular business hours, press 4.
Which one should I do?
All other calls, press 0.
Like one had most of the
Directed to
options.
dispatch center. You have reached the Stearns County Law Enforcement Center. Please stay on the line to maintain your priority.
Stearns County Sheriff's Office, this is Becky. How can I help you?
Hi, Becky. I'm not sure I'm talking to the right person about this, but I had a question about an active warrant on somebody, and just wanted to know if it had even attempted to be executed yet.
Well, I can tell you if a warrant is active or not, but anything else,
Okay, I got you. Because you know, I potentially have a tip on where this person might be. I don't think that the warrant's been. I don't think anybody's tried to get him yet, but I'm not sure if maybe they stopped by his house, but he's not there.
Okay, and what's the address?
I don't have the address where he currently is, or the address that's listed for the warrant.
Well, where do you think, like the address of where you think he is?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have the address, but I was told by him that he was visiting a cabin in the woods that I guess a family member or something owns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and we would need an address to be able to
even
send like an officer out there.
I don't have an address, but I'm extremely concerned because I don't know, it just seems like odd timing. I just don't. I'd feel terrible if something bad happened and I didn't say something.
Right. Well, if you're able to get an address like at later this evening or at a later time, you can just give us a call back and we can.
Yeah. Can I just tell you the name of the person? I mean, it might just be interesting to. It might be somebody that knows him closer that would maybe know the address. If I could just pass the info on, and somebody, I don't know if there's like a sheriff or a detective or somebody who wants to look into this.
Well, what do you mean by like close? Like this person that owns the cabin, or?
Well, I'm sure that if there was somebody who was closer to this guy that knows him, they probably know where this cabin is. I'm just not close enough to know the address. But I was told directly by this guy that he's at this cabin, and I'm just, for the life of me, I'm worried as heck.
Do you know what city the cabin is at?
No. I assume it's nearby. I mean, he lives in St. Cloud. I assume it's somewhere nearby, but
okay. Yeah, and unfortunately, with the minimal information, there's nothing that we can do. If you're able, or if you guys have like a mutual friend or something that's able to get more more information, like an address specifically, then we can do a little bit more. But without that, we won't be able to do anything.
I fully understand. I'm worried because if a family annihilation scenario happened, I would feel terrible if I didn't say something. You know.
What makes you think that would happen?
I don't know. Somebody just mentioned it like that. So that it sounds like one of those scenarios.
Okay. Well, yeah. What I would encourage you to do is maybe, since he told you directly that he was staying in a cabin, maybe try to, if you talk to him, maybe see if you can't get it out of him, or like I said before, a mutual friend. But then as soon as you get that information, then I would call us back so then we can get something going.
I got you. Thanks so much for your help. And again, I don't know for sure that anything like that's going to happen. I just would feel terrible if it did. And then,
Right. No, understandable.
You get it. You get
if you can get a little more information, and then we can go from there. Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, and then real quick, is it when someone's in the jail there, how long can they be on a phone?
That would be a question for the jail. I could send you up there to ask them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, pass. Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Okay. All right. Hang on 1 second.
Episode about Mersh. Ooh. Oh boy. Classic Mersh episode. Beep beep.
Stearns County Jail.
Hey there. I just had a quick question. How long can an inmate have phone time at your jail?
So it depends. If they are in booking, they will only have 10 minutes after they are booked. If they are in a housing unit, they get up 3 times a day for 2 hours each. So it depends what time they would get out.
I got you. All right, I appreciate that information. That's all I needed.
All right, you bet.
10 minutes, right? Okay. All right, just slam the phone down right into my ear, you fucking. All right, so
wait, could you have asked him if he was there?
Great question, Ryan. Anyway, I think it's not because the warrant is still active. I think that problem's solved. Anyway, family annihilator Aaron Imholte. You heard it here first. Clip it. So
it's crazy they didn't even ask you for the name.
I know, like why I offered the name and she's like, nah, no thanks.
This is the same state where making a murderer also occurred.
Is it
like,
really?
And it's pretty close to the Fargo mishaps.
Yeah.
From Fargo fame. We're like, oh, that, doesn't really worry me much. A cabin is a friendly place. You got a fire and some snacks.
The Fargo mishaps of Fargo fame, specifically. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some Mersh stuff here. So anyway, Aaron, we salute you. Good luck out there. Please do not annihilate your family. That phone call was done with love. Okay. I am legit. Like, isn't there a part of you that kind of sits there and you're like, is he really trying to make a run for it? What is the scenario here? Because I would imagine he probably had a little bit of foreknowledge, maybe, that this was coming down the pipe. That's the way I took it. I mean, it was like literally. Hang on a second. When was this posted? Okay, that was posted at that time. And when did I send him the message? Okay, yeah. So like 4 hours maybe were between me asking him about. No, actually, it was. Hang on, it was less than that because he responded at 4 p.m. and then this info was out by like 6 p.m. Let's say. So it's like 2 hours between that. I don't know. That sounds like a guy's getaway plan. Like he's like, breaking up the cement in his basement and getting his go bag and telling his kids, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. But we'll find out when we all hear the news about what happened to the children. You thought the cocaine in the hair was bad with Arcada kids. Wait until they discover the cabin. What's left of the cabin. We're about to have a what was that? The shootout with the guy in the cabin and
Dorner.
Dorner. Yeah, this is going to be a Dorner scenario. This is going to be the next Waco. I'm telling you guys right now. All right.
Crazy that like a Philly accent is built in just saying the name Dorner.
Dorner.
Yo, Dorner.
Dorner. All right, let's check in with Mersh. Now, Mersh and Royce were on a show that's, I guess, a friend of yours. Are you friends with Elijah Schaffer?
Yeah.
Ryan? He's on your network, censored.tv, I guess.
That's true. Right. My network.
So he's got this show called the Nightly Offensive. Holy shit, that's loud. That
was loud.
All right, see now he's got this cool thing he invented where he does the Steven Crowder at the beginning of a show dance. This is a Elijah Schaffer original. You're a strange animal. That's what I know.
It actually serves a purpose. I know that there's some behind the scenes here that if a guest doesn't dance to the music, he knows that they're probably going to be a little stiff.
Okay, there's maybe 150 other ways to figure that one out that are slightly less gay. Listen, I know this is your friend, Ryan, but I do have to say, Elijah Schaffer. You ever seen a closet with a screen door on it? That's all I'm saying.
He gets that all the time. I don't think he's sensitive.
He should get it all the time. He's a gay guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Elijah, invite me on your show and we can hash this out. Listen. Can I say the real reason I think he's gay, other than the way he is, the way he sounds, the fact that everybody seems to know it deep in their heart? It's one of those things that you just intuitively, instinctively know. Beyond all of that, one time, Ethan Ralph filmed Elijah running into the Blaze Studios. This is back when he was with the Blaze. And Elijah had this little Mexican manservant with him, this little guy who was like a little boyfriend in his car. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't see him kiss or hold hands or anything, but like, who was this guy? Why was he pulling up with this little guy? And a lot of these proud boys, I don't mean
not a proud boy.
I don't mean Ryan's type of, I mean
not the trademark little bubble.
Proud in June type guy. A lot
lowercase proud PBs.
Lower P, lower P, if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
You do.
Don't echo that.
Oh yeah.
Don't stink foghorn, please. Don't mysterious 1960s sitcom stinger me.
Listen,
and don't Wilhelm scream me.
Listen, you know what we're talking about here. When I say lowercase p with these fellas, we all know. All right, so
don't theremin me.
The point is, he had this little manservant with him, and it was like, you could tell he didn't want that guy to be seen. This was a hidden man. Are you familiar with his manservant?
No, but I can tell you that since I entered into the scene as a sort of racial sidekick, it seems that a lot of people are following suit. Yeah, so I think that could just be that.
I was going to say, I was going to say you are Gavin's manservant, but this was different. And also you guys are gay, but this was different.
Would this be more like would you make it, it's similar in nature to the Guy Fieri getting off his private plane and his hairstylist that he travels with got into that argument on the tarmac that seemed a little too intense.
You know what this was? Did you ever watch this is a crazy old man reference. Did you ever watch the Anna Nicole Smith reality show?
I think I did.
And she had this little Asian guy named like Typhlosion or something. I don't know what his name. He was like Robert Typhoon or something like that hung out with her. That was this manservant. I mean, listen, you're a manservant. Lenny's my manservant. But this guy, it was on a different level. This is a boy servant, if anything.
Interesting.
He was like carrying a little pillow with a tiny little crown on it for Elijah to wear. It was something odd going on there for sure. Anyway, the point is, I know you're friends with him. He's probably a good guy, but he's also
Great guy.
He's gay as a $3 bill. Here's the proof. Because you're saying this is to, I get it. You want to see if somebody's going to be a fucking stinkeroonie on a show. I used to bring people on all the time in studio, on air with me all the time. Here's how you find that out. You don't have to dance with them. You talk to them before the show begins, and you go, ooh, this is about to be my worst episode yet. Yikes, yucky. I mean, they've got confetti going on.
I gotta say, the fact that they all had beside Royce, but they all had a different move every time it cut. That's pretty impressive. Like if you do that face expression thing where your hands cover your face, then you're happy, then you're sad, then you're mad. You run out after like 6.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed.
Mersh is he's like, oh God, get me out of here. Mersh is already ready to go.
Wow. I can feel the energy.
Now, this is the thing you always have to keep in mind. So I love when Mersh is out IRL. It's when we really get to take him in as a creature of the internet, as his full-on Krang style. By the way, I think it was the last Ripped by August episode that we revealed that Mersh is a Krang and he has a Krang. Now everybody's doing Krangs, okay? Mersh is the Krang guy. I see like somebody had Dick Masterson as a Krang or something. This is my jokes. You don't get to just take it and use it for anybody. Anyway, so when he's out and about, you get to really take a look at all of his folds, get into his corpulence, find out his new dents and everything going on. This is the only time you truly find out where he's at on his Ripped by August journey each year. And he is at the stage of ripped underwear, ripped shirt, ripped pants. He is fatter than ever. 100%. It is undeniable. He hasn't lost the weight. He hasn't gained the muscle. Royce, by the way, who we were trying to give body dysmorphia to for a while, he 100% has convinced himself that the flab on his arms are muscle, that his little bird legs are fine. He looks exactly the same as he did a year ago. He's put in all this work, but he's actually going. He's going to the gym. He's putting in the work. He's seeing 0 results. And luckily, he's so Disney brained that he thinks he's like a brand new guy. And so his confidence is through the roof. He thinks he's nailing it. And every time they go on one of these shows, particularly when it's guys like this that are way, way, way bigger than Revenge of the Sis will ever be, keep in mind during this entire thing, when they go on InfoWars or Alex Stein or Elijah's show, every time they're there, this is make or break for them. They think this is about to get them. I don't know how many people does Elijah have.
I can feel the monkey
Subscribe to him on here. Oh, he's only got.
This is the MSG. This is the Garden.
Yeah, exactly. He's only got 1.53 thousand followers on here. That's not anything. That sucks, actually.
Is it YouTube?
No, this is Rumble. How many views does this have? Oh, this has 76,000 views. All of those are real. Rumble has real numbers. Anyway, but he's probably got a pretty good following. We remember what his subscribers were on YouTube before Alex Stein stole the channel. Go look at Alex Stein's numbers. Those are Elijah's numbers. I'm sure he does fine on censored.tv. So this is like a big deal for them. So when they go out and do this, Royce is locked in. He's in full on, let's make an impression. Let's make a splash. Let's be as funny, as good, as effervescent as possible. And Mersh is drunk.
That's an appropriate theremin right there.
He does not have it in him for these moments, and he's nervous. He's scared. As much tough talk, Tony Soprano, Boney Soprano, You know, he's the Don, the mafia of the Mersh effect talk as he gives. Whenever he's out and about, he knows two things. He knows, number one, he's not funny enough for this. These guys don't know how to be funny without clips. They've never actually done podcasting without other people's videos to watch before. You know, Podawful did that for like 10 years before I had, all this embarrassment of riches of internet trash to comb through, to the point where now I'm like, I don't even want to look at it. These guys only have that. They are 100% 2016 locked in Trump guys, where they're waiting for the memes to happen. They don't know what to do now that they don't have Tucker Carlson clips every single episode to play. So he's got nothing to say.
I know I'm fat. I know I'm a drunk. And I know I'm retarded.
Just incubating in this cesspit here. Anyway, like I mentioned, my name's Elijah Schaffer. Welcome to Nightly Offensive. If you're new here, I want to remind you guys something really important. Brian, go to my screen. This show is presented by Censored.tv. This is an amazing show, and it's provided for you, demonetized everywhere, but thankfully...
So that's your boss there, Ryan. You see him?
Oh, yeah.
The little guy there, and then also here, and then also...
Yeah, it's in the contract that he has to be on screen at least 3 mini hymns per screen.
Yeah.
So even if he did not put up a show in a week, we have to squeeze in a little image of him. I think that's fair.
You make a lot of these little thumbnails, right?
Yeah, all of his thumbnails, of the Cops and Robber thumbnail. I made that. I redid the Anthony Cumia banner.
So
there's
here's
a little bit of aliasing.
I'm glad you. Well, I'm anti that, but I'm glad you bring it up, because Anthony Cumia, he's joined the censored thing. You guys combined with Compound. This was a very, ooh boy, people were real upset about that one, huh? That didn't go well. And then, or it did.
I think it did. I mean, well, there's the people that didn't like it are very loud, and it was probably it was mostly due to the firing of Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett. This is the sad part is we lost Garrett.
I love Garrett.
I'm Garrett. I don't know. He's probably a great
Actually,
guy.
he doesn't talk like this. It's more like this.
All I ever hear coming out of that booth is
Kevin says he sounds like he's underwater.
Yeah.
He's like, I really like Garrett.
I'm sure he's probably he's probably almost as good as Aaron Imholte. He's probably a better dude than Elijah Schaffer even. But
yes,
he does sound like if Igor was scuba diving. So anyway.
That's fair.
So Cumia is now part of the network, right? And yes. Mersh has put out a fatwa on people who support Anthony Cumia. He literally said he would stop.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He said he would stop being friends with Alex Stein over it even, which is bullshit. He'll never do that because that's like one of the most famous people that will talk to Mersh regularly. But he claims that. He says that it's over if you don't denounce Anthony Cumia because of...
Why?
Well, because of Cumia. Do you really want me to answer this?
I guess not.
Wipe out. So, because of his predilections, apparently. I don't know. His supposed... I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't care. My only point is, now he's on the show of a guy who is on the network of that guy. Not only is he not denouncing him, he's sitting there advertising him as big as possible. And, of course, Mersh says nothing. Oh, you support Anthony Cumia, you can get fucked. Mafia Don Mersh. And he puts out a cigarette on his dead eyeball. But he needs this 1,000. So, by the way, again, their show is so big, supposedly on Rumble. They have 100,000 followers or whatever on Rumble. Something. I don't know what their numbers are on there, but they got so many people. They're doing so well. Why do they need to go on this show? Like, aren't they doing Elijah a favor, according to the numbers here? This is why you know all the numbers, especially on Rumble, are fake.
To Gavin McGinnis, Anthony Cumia at Compound.
Oh, they hate Gavin. I mean, they hate Gavin, too. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's not just Cumia.
Yeah.
They hate Gavin. How does Gavin feel about Mersh?
I think like last time, I swear that he was mentioned, he was like, "Oh yeah, that guy that something about Sith or something Star Warsy." He didn't know him by name.
You know how sick I am? Like, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, or I was, but
let's do it. Let's talk about this.
Well, can we talk about glup shit for a second here? Now, I was a huge Star Wars guy forever until the most recent movies where they're all bad and it's now for retarded gay lesbian witch babies or something. But I am, if you like, people like to make fun of me for the Star Wars thing. It's way worse than that. I'm apparently more of a Revenge of the Sith guy than I am a Star Wars guy, because I have on many occasions accidentally called the movie Revenge of the Sith at this point. I went back and watched an older episode of Podawful where we're talking about that movie, and I called it Revenge of the Sith every single time.
They win.
I know. They win that one. I mean, first of all, Star Wars. I mean, that's gay.
What I won, was that low res?
No, that was Nick Fuentes. That's an actual quote by Nick Fuentes.
Oh, that wasn't a bad impression. But what about my Star Wars names? Can I read a couple? I haven't pulled up.
Yeah. I love that.
This is the one that you like. This is the first one after three that you
don't read that one that got me kicked off of Twitter.
Oh, no, yeah. Bospin Helco.
Mm-hmm.
Bosmith Escalor,
yeah.
Slistar Bolstrask,
yeah.
Boltrask, Fizmagagan. This one's really good. Commander Baltunis,
yeah.
And then Glecken Vasp.
Yeah, here's one also. Chris.
Yes,
that is also a Star Wars name. The magic of Star Wars. A guy named Fleasbot Beetledorf, and then a guy named John. Same universe, and by the way, both aliens, both some of the most horrifying, and then also, Captain, it says I'm a bad guy in the script. So,
Comedy Network, we provide this show and so much more, including Anthony Cumia, Gavin McGinnis, that's my guest for today.
Blah, 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 boring, yuck.
Monkeypox is spreading around the country, so I brought on two specialists who have not only know about it, have gotten it, have given it, and continue to spread it to this day.
So Mersh is so fat that he doesn't fit in the thirds frame that they have set up here for the entire show.
Hey, Royce and Mersh, do we have any sound like?
We told you that in confidence. We told you the monkeypox thing in confidence.
I was told this show is about HPV.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Mersh is already fully drunk. He's not, he's not just drinking right now. Like, oh, the show's starting. Isn't it funny? Now I'm drinking. No. He was drunk before this. He's a nervous Nelly. And of course, they've given Elijah some swag, a free Revenge of the Sith t-shirt. You can tell, it's as if to make him look like he's a fan of theirs. He's never watched their show. They reached out to him or something, or like, please, for the love of God, have us on. And you can tell that he's not really a fan because this is a brand new shirt, because Elijah's shirt is black and Mersh's shirt, the same exact shirt, is mohair. It's cat dander color at this point. It's so faded and disgusting. And I don't know and of course, Royce is just a normal guy and wears a regular guy's shirt. He doesn't wear his own swag to the show. Mersh's hat, by the way, is also a hat he got for free. Another swag hat he got from Vegas. There's a lot of stuff to call out here right off the bat. And of course, one of our favorite new additions, this isn't new actually, but it can never be enough times called out, is the Revenge of the Sith logo. Their newer logo is, of course, a triangle. Somebody was trolling Mersh when they designed this logo for him. Ryan, are you aware of Mersh's triangle?
I am.
Okay, yeah. So he has a physical human triangle instead of a penis. And then my favorite part about this whole thing, Ryan, you probably don't know this one, but Mersh Mersh does this thing where I don't talk about him for months, and he's still, swinging at ghosts, thinking about me, thinking I'm out there making fun of him. And what he does is he's got like a little Salacious B. Crumb, ladies and gentlemen. Classic Star Wars character name. So he's Jabba the Hutt, and he's got his little Kowakian monkey lizard sitting there whispering little thoughts in his and just like Aaron's got his tarantular, and his little Salacious Crumb says to him ideas about Podawful. Okay. I don't know if it's a guy directly saying it to him or he sees the 5 dudes who hate Podawful and try to come up with insults for me. But Mersh just copies what other people say. And then he through Chinese whispers, which was the much distasteful, people did not hate this. People did not enjoy this follow-up from George Michael, the careless whispers, Chinese whispers. So so
I never contest again.
Got no lidum. So this game of Chinese whispers, he misinterprets what their insults are about me. The insults weren't very good to begin with. And then he sticks to it forever. Now, you might know this, Ryan. For years now, we embarrassed Mersh so bad by calling him out for stealing in front of Shane Gillis and Doug Stanhope. He stole a prank call I did and claimed he did it, where I called, much like we just did earlier in the show, I called a veterinary hospital where Bam Margera's dog was being held. I did this on Mersh's show, and I did an impression of Bam Margera asking about his dog to the hospital. Porsalin was there. And Mersh died. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. He was telling everybody, you have to go subscribe to Podawful. Then 2 years later, he hates Podawful. He's got on Doug Stanhope and Shane Gillis. Doug Stanhope, his hero, by the way. Shane Gillis, rising star. And he tells them he did the prank call. So I put out a video showing back to back him saying that and then me doing the prank call. And it embarrassed him so bad that ever since then, he's been doing an impression of me. Every time he talks about me, he does a Bam Margera voice as if that's what I sound like. Now, Ryan,
weird.
You know why I don't sound like Bam Margera. I, of course, sound like Chris Griffin from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'll say something retarded like
let me do you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a fish fillet.
You're thinking about getting a fish fillet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan and Jesse.
Can I give you a real one where the rolls are where they're supposed to be?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So I sent you this and no response, and I'm really mad. This was August 21st, 12:05 p.m. I've goofed, but I'll never zaloof. Vote for me.
You'll never zaloof. All right, so that is what I sound like. And of course, Bam Margera sounds like, oh shit, ape, no, oh, white fangs, he ate glass. And those are not the same voices. And I know they're not the same voices because when I did the Bam Margera prank call, I had to put on a voice to do it. You see? So that makes sense.
Yo, where's my dog?
Yo, where's my dog?
Yo, Ape and Bam are sleeping in the fucking car right now, dude.
Wait, who's this talking then if Bam is sleeping in the car?
Yo, I'm evil Bam.
I have Aaron Imholt's mustache and beard combo right now.
My tarantula's on my chin, dude.
It's in the shape of a heartogram, dude. Who are we watching? I was in Discord or something. We were talking about or watching something the other day where we realized it's basically Bam Margera and his parents. What the fuck was that? Oh man. Anyway, so
fiction and nonfiction.
I don't know. Probably nonfiction. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of fiction.
Home Alone.
So anyway, point is, he has ever since then been so embarrassed that he does that Bam Margera impression for me. So then we make fun of him for that. Now he's been embarrassed over that for 3 years. So either somebody Chinese whispered in his ear some Chinese thoughts, or he finally figured out a way to try to get himself out of jail on that one. And his new mega cope about me is, number one, that I'm either using a filter. I don't know if he's saying I use a filter or if I am like purposefully lowering my voice. I'm doing a fake voice is what he's saying. That I'm talking deeper, I'm putting on something to sound deeper. And that is now what he uses as his excuse for his impression of me. So he gets to keep doing the Bam voice. Oh, listen to me, I'll talk deep now. Well, it's me, Jesse P.S. I talk like this. But it's like, where's that accent coming from? His other thing, he needed something. I came back. We started doing this season of the show, and the first 2 episodes were bangers, just smashing Mersh. I had literally broken into his live stream on his Cat Lady channel. I max headroomed my way onto his channel and took it over. So this was a pretty big loss for him. We're high-fiving, we're laughing. Everybody on the fun side of the internet loves it. And so he needed something. And so what did he cling to? His new thing is that I'm red. Okay?
You're red.
I'm red. Do you see me right now?
Dabba D.
Now, if you've watched the show for any amount of time, really, I haven't been a human color on this show in, I don't know, 7 years. Sometimes those colors are green or blue or purple or fuchsia or pink or teal or some mix thereof. The lighting, the color on the show changes all the time. This season, it's red. I went for a red. And now Mersh says that this means that I am insecure. Now, I don't know what green meant. Or any of the other colors, but
you're envious.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's what he's saying. Well, wouldn't you know it? Elijah Schaffer, he talks about it at the very beginning of this. Watch these.
We're also experts on that too.
Like, yeah.
So you like not only kill gay guys, but women too.
Well, that's the goal, you know.
Mostly
manifesto.
women, yeah.
Anyways, okay. Well, let's okay. On a slightly,
if I kill a woman, it's a domestic. If I kill a gay guy, it's a hate crime.
You know,
like I don't want it to go.
You're better off killing a woman.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. No hate crimes.
And also because they're terrible. Sorry. I mean,
which one are we talking about again? We're supposed to be better for this part.
Okay. But on a serious note, so I guess you could. This is actually true, by the way. The Centers for Disease Control.
I thought maybe it would come up here. He talks about it at some point on there. Elijah has just put this studio together, brand new. And what does he do for the studio? He uses red and blue lighting. I think they refer to it as bisexual lighting, which they named after Elijah. And save a seat for him, Jewish guys. So on one side, he's got the red. On the other side, he's got the blue. Well, where does Mersh sit? He sits on the side that's all red. So I have to assume that before the show began, Mersh had his pick of which side to sit on. It's not like he's got a good side. It's not like he couldn't have just sat anywhere. So he chose red. I have to assume it's because when he goes on these shows, he's wildly insecure, and he should be. He's the most horrifying person you've ever seen in your entire life.
Also was called this.
By the way, we do have a guy posted a video reporting my channel right now, reporting the video. He screen recorded it and is showing off that he's reporting me right now for, what is it for? Hateful or abusive content, right? Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're a pathetic loser. So anyway, let's keep playing.
CDROTC, Center for Disease. This is a true thing. But go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are you? And why are you here besides the fact that we're plugging Rogaine in 10 minutes? Go ahead.
Well, that's me. I am Royce Lopez. I'm one half of Revenge of the Sis. And we came down because, well, you've been on our show. And now that you're not, in a foreign country, we figured we'd show up and hang out. You're not that far from us. So it was worth the drive.
So it's bad. You know it's bad when a guy's like, so introduce yourself. If you've ever seen me do this on a show, I forgot who the guy was. If a guy on a show is like, yeah, tell him about yourself, he doesn't remember the guy. Like in that moment. And sometimes it's like a panic. You ever do this, Ryan? Sometimes it's like a panic mode thing where you're just like, you're thinking about the show, you're thinking about the topics. And then you're just like, oh my God, I've forgotten my entire intro for this dude. And then sometimes it's literally you have on a guy that you did no research about and you realize way too late that you have no way of explaining them to your audience. If anybody ever introduces themselves on a show, they are disrespected by the host.
It's true.
And Mersh will do anything for $20.
And it's crazy because, you were on the east side of Epstein Island. I was on the west side.
And we never saw each other.
And we never
It's
saw
great.
the tunnels. It was easy. It was dark.
Best buffet. I only went there for the food.
Yeah, you guys are idiots because, every Tuesday we used to all get together.
Really?
And that was the whole thing. Yeah. And you guys fucking,
Wow, way to add to it. So this is what happens. So you see all right, this is the formula, okay? Royce attempts to be funny. It's not good, but he's trying. We got to give it up. Try harder. He's doing it. He rolls with the Epstein Island bit. I wouldn't in a million years allow Elijah Schaffer to pin me on an island with him anywhere, by the way. Forget Little St. James. I wouldn't want to be known as being on an island with him anywhere in the world because obviously people are going to have untoward thoughts about it, even as a joke. But he did it. He yes-anded, improv guy style. And then Mersh is like, yeah, let me jump in on that. And he just repeats the joke. He doesn't give anything. He doesn't add anything.
It does that thing, and I've done this before too, where people aren't sure if you just switch to being serious or not.
Yeah.
Like the way Elijah's looking at him, it's like, wait, we did?
Yeah, he thought it was serious. He's like trying to remember. He's like rolling back through the Rolodex going, wait, when did I go to Epstein? Hang on a second. What year? Because I don't remember seeing Mersh. Maybe it was when he was thinner.
Right.
Oh, too cool. I'm only on my side.
And of course, Mersh is already in full on panic eye crossing mode.
I only went there for the food.
Look, he's not even engaged. He's so drunk. He goes, yeah.
Watch this. You were on the east side of Epstein Island. I was on the west side.
And we never saw each other.
And we never
It's great.
By the way,
so Mersh is thinking about 2 sentences ago right here.
So it was easy. It was dark.
You can see him. He's like processing the joke that just happened. He's trying to figure out if he's in on it or not.
Best buffet. I only went there for the food.
He breathes for a second. He goes, oh, got it. You can see that literally the hamster wheel turning to try to get the candle to light inside his brain for an idea.
Food.
Yeah, you guys are idiots because
and he goes, yeah. Yeah. What are you saying? Yeah. This is a minute ago.
Every Tuesday we used to all get together.
Really?
And that was the whole thing. Yeah. And you guys fucking,
Yeah, Elijah is literally.
Really?
Yeah, really. Oh, okay. Really? That's not what you say to a bit. Really? Oh, okay.
Oh man.
You do that.
This.
Go ahead.
This shot really illustrates the colors that you were mentioning before, because the shadow on the reflection on the mic.
Yeah.
Mersh's is completely red. Elijah's in the middle, half red, half blue. Royce's is blue. It's kind of hard to see when it was smaller, but this really illustrates it.
Yeah. So Mersh is full on insecure here.
Too cool.
He's Chevelle the red right now.
On my side.
Well, I wasn't I didn't go for the human trafficking. I wasn't involved in any of that. I actually just wanted to go there for the abuse of minorities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went for racism, not because I'm a pedophile, which is different.
We came up with a bit on our show about how there had to have been some rich and powerful people that went to Epstein Island.
Ooh, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a closer look. So Mersh is getting ripped. Any day now, Mersh will be so big and strong and fit and trim and powerful that we'll never be able to make fun of him again.
I don't know what you find so funny. We still have time left in August.
Yeah, I know. He could.
It's only the 30th.
Well, this is part of why I wanted to have you on, Ryan. Ryan, you work out. Excuse me. You work out.
I used to. Yeah. I just do boxing now. I used to, but.
Okay. Well, that's the kind of workout. By the way, that is the kind of workout that Mersh said he was going to do to lose the weight.
Oh, really?
He bought.
Yeah, it helps you slim down. Yeah.
He bought a child size not a punching bag, but what do you call the stand version of that?
It could be like a reflex bag or a Cobra bag, whatever that is.
Yeah. So, but it was like it was way too short for a normal man to use. And he claimed he set that up in his backyard and he was swinging on that. And then like a month later, he's like, yeah, I'm going to get back out there and get back into, it was never used. That thing got rained on one time. And then he was like, I guess it's fucking busted now. And so boxing, you could still help him out even if boxing's all you'd ever done. But Ryan works out. He tries to keep in shape. He boxes. So I was hoping maybe you could sort of come up with maybe a meal plan, a routine for Mersh to try to do to get back in fighting shape here. Because if we take a look at what we've got going on here, you'll instantly, of course, notice the titty fold going on right here. We've got a deep crease underneath the right breast of Mersh, and of course his big bulbous belly. And this is not even the worst of it. This is just an amuse-bouche of what's to come.
I just thought like, oh my God, the surf and turf here is great. And like they have a zip line and like I get fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just fucking regular age women.
Oh, by the way, to chat, like start going crazy and letting me know if Mersh goes live. We should probably check in on Mersh when he's live on Rumble, since we're live on Rumble. So yeah, let me know.
I'm partying, this rules, and they're still on those logs, like where they were just like, I did not know that there was like, it's the same way with Disney World. Like there are people that go to Disney World and they're like, we go to Epcot every year.
Elijah looks concerned.
Yeah, and he should, because he and Royce are both Disney World guys that are going there. All that, like they're in Florida right now. Number one, Royce has a year-long season pass to Disney and Universal. He goes there for the gay week. He goes there for swinger week with his wife. Royce is looking at him right now. You can see it on his face. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Huh? What the fuck? Come on, man. Please.
And you're like, you ever go to Islands of Adventure? And they're like, I don't know, we make it, that's different parking. You know what I mean? So like there's gotta be some people that went to Epstein Island.
Look at Elijah's concern on his face growing. Oh my God.
It's honestly really, really funny. I'm like, wait, save that screenshot, please.
Somebody screenshot this. All right.
What's happening? It looks like
Mersh's his face is exploding, his eyes are imploding. You know what it is? It's like that Hitchcock sort of thing where they dolly the camera in while zooming it out. So like it creates this like lens distortion where it looks terrifying on either side of the person. They do this in horror movies. That somehow is happening with a still web camera right here. And Elijah is slowly realizing like, oh, I should have just invited Royce. And this happens on every one of these shows that they both go do. You can tell every single time that the host is like, yeah, well, Royce, you're welcome back anytime. And Mersh, thanks for coming.
What's it called? His head is exploding, his eyes are imploding, and his body is imholting because no matter how close he gets to an exercise machine, he's just going to use it for evil. Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
how to tie that one up.
Look, he's
imholting.
His family's already, Mersh's whole family's already been annihilated. So luckily we don't have anything to worry about there. He said that his dad was known as the local lol cow when he was a kid, which I don't think was even a thing back then. So somehow he did it though. And Mersh is trying to walk in his big footsteps, his little waddling footsteps. But the other thing you always have to note with Mersh and his proportions, and I think this is where I would really like you to focus on his plan, Ryan, is you know, Royce has big shoulders. That's why he gets away with being a big fatso and saying that he's muscular, because he's a big not muscly. He's a big shouldery guy. He's got a shouldery chest. And Mersh, his shoulders every single year get a layer shaved off. They're like a reverse tree. They lose a ring. Every year they're getting smaller and smaller. What does he need to do to get these shoulders a little bit bigger? Because they're slowly sucking in to what was left of Mersh's neck.
Can I see another the still on him, like not the cursed screenshot that we have there, but the
you want me to just
full body?
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll it back here. There you go. Okay, that's his arms are out, so it's kind of hiding it a little bit. Hang on, let's.
I'm a pedophile, which is different.
We came up with a bit on our show about how there had to have been some rich and powerful people.
Okay, so there you go.
There's you know what? This is literally all fixable, no jokes. I like seeing people that are out of shape at the gym. It's like really, it's like, hey, you're doing something. A lot of people don't. So, like, the first thing you'd want to do, your diet, like, not even kidding, like, just stop eating. Like, you could do the snake juice diet where you just drink salt water.
Diet.
The snake. You do the snake juice diet. You don't eat for like 3 days at a time, and then you eat again. And then you go back on it. Like, there's a whole thing. So he has to fast to lose all the. But if he wants to weightlift instead of boxing, I would lift those shoulders. So actually, not the shrugs that you were talking about that kind of get the traps,
right?
But actually, like, form a shoulder, because it could be done, and then you want that to sort of create your new visage.
Okay.
And
well, I personally don't think that's going to work. I think the better suggestion is one from chat here: shoulder pads.
You could do shoulder pads, yes. That's where he wears blazers often.
Yeah, well, that's why. I was thinking maybe modeling clay or something like that. Really,
from the Paula Poundstone line.
Yeah, exactly. A sort of Joker kind of zoot suit, maybe the Mask collection,
maybe epaulets. Some epaulets, some paramilitary gear,
and just thought like, and you ever go to Islands of Adventure and like, I don't know, we make it that steep into Epstein Island, bro. I was rich. They had jet skis and
you know what the cool thing is though?
The lobster was great.
That everyone thinks there was only one island. Like they would only do it in one place. It's my favorite thing. And go, well, we took care of Epstein Island. There's definitely not more islands.
Yeah, Justin Bieber is definitely.
All right, let's roll that back and take a closer look at Mersh's dead teeth.
Lobster was great.
That everyone thinks there was only one island.
All right, yeah, wow. There they are.
Do it.
There you go. So that is, by the way, Royce, as a Disney guy, he will recognize this open maw. This is actually one of the things you go through on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride right before it drops down a waterfall or something. Yeah, Mersh's teeth are, I think every single one of them at this, like, dead tooth is no longer a good description. It's dead teeth. It's a graveyard of teeth. Which, by the way, I think that line was stolen from me recently as well by Red Bar. Every single tooth in his mouth is hollow. You can actually see through. If you were to shine a light, take your phone flashlight and put it behind Mersh's teeth, it would glow sort of a greenish, pinkish, horrifying, hazy kind of color.
One place. It's my favorite thing. And go, well, we took care of Epstein Island. There's definitely not more islands.
Yeah, Justin Bieber is definitely.
This is one of the beauties of getting Mersh in the wild like this is we rarely get to see him in HD. You know, he went and bought all these new webcams and stuff like that, and there's somehow he takes a 1080p camera, 1080p stream, and his physical countenance and the cat hair all over the lens actually reduces it down to about 480 every single time. So we rarely get to see him with this amount of clarity.
Really not blowing P. Diddy while he's 16 on a dance floor in Los Angeles. That definitely didn't happen, right? I mean, do we agree with that, though?
We had a theory about, like, our original theory was that, like, out of all the elites that were part of, like, the media and all that, Like Chris Cuomo is the biggest idiot in the world. And like he probably showed up to Epstein Island and was like, yo, this lobster tail's amazing. Like, you know what I mean? The bolognese sauce, it's to die for. And he never got into the kid like diddling part.
They didn't understand. Like they go to order the menu, you know, and it's like, oh, I'll take a steak, you know, I'll take a steak. And it's like, oh, you know, we only have, you know, young beef. You know what I'm saying?
We only
It's
have
like,
veal,
yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
It's only
Ryan, I notice you're not laughing.
No, I'm not. You know, I'm just there's professional broadcasting stuff going on here because like to try to keep, you know, this afloat. I mean,
this is your friend Elijah's show, his funny show where they're riffing. I mean, they're on fire right now. Do you hear how much they are laughing?
I think if this was a canoe, I think Elijah's doing a lot of the paddling. But
well, we're fucking up a creek then.
We're up a little bit of a creek, but I will say for Mersh though is like I can tell, like, you know, when his cheeks look like really too round, just relax the face, because if you have this sort of like Chris Farley in that Paul McCartney sketch where you're like too excited, like your cheeks are flexing and it makes your face look way fatter than it actually is. And there's a lot of attributes like that are kind of the built into Mersh that are where you could have to be revealed. So his voice I always thought was pretty good. I actually thought his voice was pretty strong, a strong feature. When I first heard about Revenge of the Sish.
He's doing a Revenge of the Sish. Revenge of the Sish.
Revenge of the Shish. I was like, this guy's a tough guy because like he sounds really gritty.
He's fake. That's a fake voice he puts on. He's using filters and stuff to do that, actually.
But even so, I mean, like,
his actual voice. This isn't a joke. He actually talks like a California surfer guy.
No.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, what's up? Hey, everybody. Is there proof? Yeah, there's proof. Hang on a second.
Man.
You keep talking. I'll get it.
Yeah, but basically, you know, once you lose a little bit, I mean, losing the weight is going to help your confidence, but you're also going to want to keep some fat on because fat is power. So if you like start lifting, this is the thing that you'll realize is that when you make more muscle,
do not tell Mersh that fat is power. You cannot do that.
No, it is. It gives you more energy and you can store more glycogen or whatever the hell, however that works out. But the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn just by doing nothing, you know? So build muscle while you have the fat and also try to slim down. It's called body recomposition. And then you have a cool, gritty voice when you're done. And then your cheeks aren't so happy.
I'm trying to find the video here of Mersh jumping in the pool because that's
so guys, we're going to jump in the pool right now like that.
It's way worse than that. It's probably the best example of it though. When they first started doing Revenge of the Sis, he talked completely different. And I don't listen. I'm not calling him. I'm not like purposefully confusing, you know, the fact that when you age, your voice changes and deepens and stuff the way he's doing with me.
Cigarettes too.
And cigarettes and all that. I'm taking all of that into account. He had a different accent entirely. And this was years ago and he was already 40. Like you're too old for that, for it to be changing at this point. Damn, I cannot find it. It's got to be in my Mersh file here somewhere. Of course, I have a Mersh file. Yeah,
I know you have files.
You know, I've got files and files. I just reorganized this, and now I can't find it. I might have lost it.
Also, you know what would help too? Like when he walks around in that, when he walks around going through a doorway in a hotel, I believe, with a blazer. Don't have fat Humpty Dumpty tuba music being played. Yeah, that it helps. I don't know if that was him or if that was that edited or was that just kind of him?
No, that just naturally occurs when he walks. Yeah, that comes.
I would cut that out.
I think it comes out of his feet.
I would cut that out.
Well, listen, I mean, I say, you know, work to your strengths. Maybe join an orchestra or something like that. Might be his only talent. Yeah, damn it. I cannot find this file.
It's the greatest.
If anybody's got that, DM me, because I know Angie probably had it, but her channel's been taken down too. Let me see if I can find it on...
Of Random Edits fame?
Of course. Mersh Pool. If I just type in Mersh Pool, the hot new hero, Mersh Pool versus... Fat Vereen.
I was going on a whole thing about how their fans are the worst and stuff. I still stand by that, but I saw the movie is pretty good.
Damn,
I'm a Deadpool guy now.
That's gay as hell. Honestly, that's crazy. That you. I'm
just kidding. I'm not a Deadpool guy, but
kidding,
I did.
Guys, he is not kidding. Trust me.
No, it was okay. I liked it.
You're a Deadpool. You're one of the Earth's Deadpools.
No.
And sorry, but that's permanent now.
No.
I cannot find this thing, man. This is killing me. Mersh, you would think this would be all over the internet. This is one of his craziest videos. Maybe it's on r/.
Now, is this, if you go to the oldest video on Revenge of the Sis, is it he has a different voice?
If you could do that, but you can't because they lost their YouTube channel. But yeah, I mean, yes. At the beginning of their run, he had a completely different voice, accent, demeanor, everything. And that's like, when I was introduced to him. So I still hear that guy in my head. And again, this isn't like he just got older. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Here we go. I think. Oh, no. It was a link to Angie's channel. Damn it.
I want to hear this because I always thought, like, the first time I heard his voice, I was like, that guy can beat me up. And I don't want to be on that guy's bad side because he sounds gruff.
I know. I've got this video somewhere. The fact that I can't find it on my computer is what's really killing me here. You really do have to hear it. It's like
the way he spoke with that sort of Jim Norton-esque aggression too.
Well, he always, all right. So that's the thing though. And this is why other people might not notice it, is he always would slip into that when copying Jim Norton or copying any of the Opie and Anthony guys, which he's always doing. So it'd be easy to miss this. But when he's just talking, when he's just having his normal conversation. All right, here we go. All right. Trevor saved me. He's got it.
Nice. Trev's.
Let me
guess. Trev's L'Ange Depardieu.
Yeah, bad guess. Okay, so here we go. This is the classic, infamous video. All right, Mersh at the pool. And by the way, this is actually great because we can see how fat Mersh used to be.
Oh, I have seen this clip.
So you can see he's got his hysterectomy scar here. Less titty, obviously still a gunt, but not anywhere close to where he's at now. I mean, look, that's a different guy almost entirely. So
you can get rid of that. And I also suggest he grows his hair out.
What hair? Okay, anyway, so he's
balding?
He's balding, Ryan. Have you let me introduce you to Mersh. Okay, listen to this.
Folks, how you doing? This is Mersh from Revenge of the Sis, and behind the camera, of course, is my co.
Right. So it's gruff. He's got that like gruff. I'm a smoker since I was 20 or since I was 15 voice. Yeah. But
folks, how you doing? This is Mersh from Revenge of the Sis, and behind the camera, of course, is my co-host Royce Lopez. And wanted to help you out. Hurricane preparedness, of course. You can never get advice too late in the game.
I want to help you out. Hurricane preparedness.
And being a true Floridian, me and Royce both, we've been doing this.
Yeah, me and Royce both. The guy from Cuba and the guy from New York. True Floridian. I guess those are true Floridians, actually. Those are the two type of Floridians. New Yorker and Cuban.
Stuff for years, so we wanted to give you some tips out there. Number one, stay calm. Seriously.
Stay calm.
Don't be a little bitch. All right, everything's going to be fine. This whole thing's going to blow over in no time anyway. And make sure you got plenty of booze, cigarettes.
By the way, let's roll this back a little bit when the camera pans to Royce.
Preparedness, of course. You can never get advice too late in the game. And being a true Floridian, me and Royce both, we've been doing this stuff for years. So
wait, when is it? It might be before that.
Earlier.
My co-host, Royce Lopez.
So look at Royce. He barely puts the camera on himself. He just gives a stupid little wave. Royce does troll Mersh. This
really?
I think so. Like when Royce takes him out to Elijah Schaffer's place, he knows this is going to happen. He knows what's about to go down. I do think that he uses Mersh as like a, as like a sort of
a human shield,
a sort of fat jacket, a retard cloth, invisibility shield that he can hide behind.
You never get advice too late in the game, and being a true Floridian, me and Royce both, we've been doing this stuff for years, so we wanted to give you some tips out there.
I think at this point he had lived in Florida for like 4 years or something.
One, stay calm. Seriously, don't be a little bitch. All right, everything's gonna be fine. This whole thing's gonna blow over in no time anyway. And make sure you got plenty of booze, cigarettes. We're frying up bacon right now too, so cook all your food up, enjoy yourselves. That's the most important thing though, folks. You got to enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay, wow. You're getting a real good look at him here, too.
Wait, just bacon?
Yeah, just frying up bacon on a grill while being in a pool together, just two grown men.
This is making me really depressed. Like watching Trailer Park Boys makes me depressed too, where like people are just enjoying like the simple gas station pleasures. And I know I get accused of being a gas station guy, but I'm always moving and going.
That's why.
But just this feeling of stuckness. Like we have bacon, we have booze, we're locked down.
Well, he's lying. They're not in Florida. This is Epstein Island. Elijah Schaffer's right on the other side of the camera.
Yourself. You know what I mean? You got to make the most of the best of your situation. And that's what we're doing here at Revenge of the Sis. So, right now, Hurricane
let's compare the voices here real quick. Let's switch back over to this.
I got to wait for my cheese pizza for 45 minutes. And I feel like it's a simple thing. It's a cheese pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God. All right, we'll come back to that.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was nuts. Okay.
Like I want to be very clear here too. I'm very neutral on Mersh. I don't have any animosity. I know you don't have animosity towards him too, but I don't find pleasure in goofing on this man. I think we can rebuild him, but it's looking like my job is getting way harder.
That would take way more than $6 million to rebuild this man.
It's getting tough.
Inflation alone, but come on, dude. You'd have to.
There's plenty of inflation.
Well, he should have brought an inflatable for what's about to happen here at the pool.
Right now, Hurricane Irma, it's pool time. Woo!
Woo! Woo! All right, you ready for this? Watch this. No, the camera's about to be flooded. This is about to be a tidal wave on Royce. His entire beer. We've gone over this video like a million times, by the way, but the entire beer goes into the pool water, and he thought he was going to be. He's too short to keep it out of the water when he jumps in. It's just he's fully submerged for a second.
Can I say something? The sound too sounds like when a doofus topples.
Yeah, of course. A doofus topples. That's like my number one thing I know.
The splash sounds like doofy in nature.
Yeah. All right, hang on. When I was looking for Mersh's file here, I happened to notice that I apparently have a sound effect on my computer called "jumping in pool." We should compare. Wow. We should compare with that, because that presumably that would be the most cartoon sounding jump, right, into a pool. So let's listen. All right, here's Mersh.
Pool time. Woo!
Donk. It's like that's a kerplunk of a sound. Now here is the sound effect. That just sounds like a normal human splash.
Just a good old Wilhelm pool jump.
Yes, exactly.
Wilhelm splash.
Wilhelm, but yes.
Wilhelm splash.
Pool time. Woo!
Straight up kerplunk.
There's a kerplunking nature to it.
Look at him. Look, I actually take back the thing I said about titties before. He very clearly does have titties here. Listen to him trying to get all of the, he didn't think this through. He was thinking so much about all the lead up to this.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, before he jumps in, he does the same woo that somebody would do when they're about to commit to doing something like extreme and scary.
Yeah.
Like the woo is panicked.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. You're jumping into a pool.
Right. He thought we'll do it, and then I jump in the pool. And he's like improv. He's riffing here. So he was thinking so hard about that he forgot that, when you jump in the pool, you do have to not breathe in the water. You do have to do something about the drink. He had that drink in his hand when he went to jump, and he's like, I guess I'm jumping with the drink and hoping for the best. Completely.
I sure hope I don't kerplunk.
Let me see. The pool is 6 feet deep and I'm 5'4". Yeah, this should be fine. And then he jumps in, he kerplunks.
Hurricane Irma, it's pool time. Woo!
Now watch this. Watch him. Watch him try. He just breathed in all of the chlorinated water possible. He's absorbed all of the chlorine. It's actually about to turn green in the pool. And listen to him try to get it out of his nose so he can end this stupid video. Because there's no take two once you've got the pool water in the beer.
No jumping in a pool should ever result in that.
Hey, listen, he's an old school Floridian. Him and Royce, they've been doing this for years.
Enjoy it, folks. Let's make the most of it, huh?
Enjoy it, folks. Just made the most of it, huh? That's like a Tim and Eric bit right there. Like that line is so insane. Enjoy it,
but
folks.
If they were going for funny, they won. They did. That was funny.
Not on purpose, though. Which is we know Mersh. We know Mersh is funny. How many episodes of Podawful have been about Mersh? Obviously, he's a funny guy, but not on purpose.
Enjoy it, folks. Let's make the most of it, huh?
Woo! And then he can't physically float either.
But also the water coming out of his nose, like make the most of it.
Woo! And then Royce gives a woo because he knows how pathetic and retarded this looks.
Now, why couldn't you do a take two? Like you could put the towel back on.
Because he wants to take a sip of the beer, and now the beer is filled with pool water. Wait, actually, does he take a sip after he kerplunks? I gotta rewatch this.
Was that the whole goal of the film?
Look at it like pouring out of the beer.
Enjoy it, folks. Let's make the most of it, huh?
Woo! And he tries to get the belly up above the water to float, but it just sinks like a rock. And no sip of the beer. But he probably took did he take a sip before that? He must have taken a sip.
I don't think he took a sip the entire time. I could be mistaken.
Why did he even have the beer? Well, I guess because he's nervous. It's just like with the show with Elijah here. He's got to have that beer. He's so nervous about being seen and about, he knew. Look, Royce is Hispanic. So when Royce goes into the pool or goes to the beach, he's going in with a t-shirt on, obviously.
It's really crazy that he's wearing a hat that says what he's roughly the size of and then also his IQ afterwards.
And it's like, oh.
Planet 13.
I completely forgot what I was about to say. Because
steak, I'll take a steak. And it's like, oh.
Elijah's doing an impression of Mersh right in front of Mersh.
Oh, we only have, young beef. You know what I'm saying?
We only have veal, wink.
Yeah. It's only veal.
So that was a completely different voice, though, right? Like, completely
I'm
different
shocked.
accent.
I'm actually a little shocked.
Not exaggerated in any way.
For my cheese pizza.
Okay, now let's get a close-up of this. So we've got full-on cross-eye. We've got the claws coming straight at us. Put on your 3D glasses now.
For 45 minutes.
We've got dead teeth coming, in every single direction. This is a 4D cinema at this point.
And I feel like it's a...
Oh, and of course you've got your thumbnail shot
young
here.
Beef, you know what I'm
we
saying?
only have veal, wink.
Yeah.
This is exactly where I stole the thumbnail from.
Look, I've been waiting for my cheese pizza for 45 minutes. And I feel like it's...
Oh.
So you're not just getting lucky. It's kind of just inevitable.
It's just happening over and over. The whole episode is this. We've barely gotten through this show. I don't even know what we're going to do here, to be honest. I was going to watch the whole thing, but as always, I've wasted way too much time.
It's a simple thing.
Look at this guy. Oh. Look at this guy. This is a Jim Henson original. Like, this is not a human man anymore. This man is being controlled. He has a salacious crumb in his tail crook. And every single part of him is all right. I don't know if I've said this before in the show. Maybe I did already, but just in case I've never revealed this before, I'll reveal it now. Everyone now, when they go to use a picture of Mersh, they use the image of him from one of my thumbnails. It's a classic picture of him where it was the episode where he got on the Peacock documentary. And I had one of the most horrific images of him as the thumbnail for that episode.
The Peacockumentary.
The Peacockumentary. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find that. Mersh Peacock. Let's see.
It's about wrestling, right?
Yes. Okay, here we go. Here it is. So take a look at this image. This is you've seen this. Even if you've never watched the Podawful episode, you've seen this image of Mersh before.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. But come on. I remember asking, I was like, so that's like not edited.
What did I say?
You said it wasn't. You were like, no, there's like an upscaling thing maybe, but.
All right, so it's severely edited, okay?
Is it? Okay.
Now, here's the thing, though. Look at the neck fold. He's got like, I mean, he's not just Jabba, he's Bib Fortuna. He's his own major domo going on here. Look at, of course it's edited. Look at the teeth. Every tooth is a different color. I literally went in and made one green, one white, one yellow, one gray.
It must have been a different image where I was shocked that it wasn't edited, but you were like, I swear to you.
No, it's this one. I lied. I was lying and saying this was real. I remember saying that to you. So here's the thing, though. His teeth really were different colors. There wasn't a gray one and a green one. I just upped the saturation on the rest. Now, here's what I want to reveal about this picture. So everybody has used this going, holy shit, Mersh looks so bad, right? I did edit this together. It's Frankenstein. But here's the thing. Every single different Frankensteinian portion of it comes
Frankenstein and Mersh.
Comes from, I get it, comes from an actual screenshot of him in the episode. So I'm just taking the worst features from every single shot of Mersh and putting them in one image. So there's nothing there that's a lie. This is a real image of Mersh. I found the baldest portion of the imagery. I found the cross-eyedest portion of it. He had this thing going on where he'd clearly been wearing his glasses all day, and then they made him take them off for the interview. And so it had these creases all over his face. I took the worst part of that and cranked it up to 11. This weird splotch on his forehead, that was really there. I just cranked it up. The worst under eyes, the worst teeth, the worst chin, the worst second chin, and yes, the worst third and fourth chin. This little strip on the left here, it's like 5 pixels long. I grabbed that from one screenshot and I just put it all together. Okay.
Like a panoramic.
Panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. So
nice.
I sort of lied, a little bit, when I said that this wasn't edited, right? But every single part of it is true to life about Mersh, except maybe a green tooth. The gray one I would even go to bat for. Here's the thing. Mersh now actually looks like this. Okay? This was just a prediction of the future. You're going to tell me that that's not... I mean, this is him. The only difference is he's got his glasses and hat on right now. And when you see the thumbnail for this episode, this is not edited. This is from the show you're watching right now.
Crazy.
Every shot. I did not edit this picture of his face or this one.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
The one on the right, the bottom beaver teeth?
Those are his teeth, Ryan. And they're from this shot right here. Watch it.
If you know what I'm
we
saying?
only have veal, wink.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
only veal.
I've been waiting for my cheese pizza for 45 minutes. And I feel like...
Oh. I understand.
Da, 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 da. I didn't have to make him more cross-eyed. Da, 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 da.
Hold on, there's still...
Da. There are discrepancies just by the nature of it being a thumbnail. Of course, I flipped him, and then when I flipped him, it made his graphic design on his shirt and his hat backwards, so I removed those. But as far as his proportions, as far as his teeth and his eyes and every look about, I mean, again, I included these two images of him so that you can see them unedited, like entirely. These are just screenshots that I cropped out in a circle pattern. He looks like this. This is a melting man.
This is still my client we're talking about here. So there's still ways to fix this. So it's really about controlling and being aware of your body movements. Like we have to start completely from scratch. Like forget everything you knew about like moving your body. And we're going to just literally baby steps. We're going to start crawling first.
Well, what is he,
Once
Royce?
we figure that out.
Baby steps? What is he, Royce?
What does that mean?
Royce has baby legs.
Oh, well, come now. Let's be fair.
I'm being fair. Look at this man. There's no getting around this. This is the way he looks. He cannot.
You can change the way you move.
I don't know.
Cheese pizza.
I would even say, you know how there's something elegant about like the way a horse trots because they're muscular. You know, they're not. There's no horse that's out of shape. So when you pull your musculature together, your skeletal system will make more sense. You know.
Somebody in chat says they're quoting me. He looks like this. Imagine saying that about someone. He looks like this. And I know. Listen, in total fairness, I know that's coming from me. A fellow man in red light. By the way, of course, I did increase the red as well on there, but that was for this bit. But that's it. That's it. That's all I did. I didn't have to do more. That's why this thumbnail is so simple. I took one look at this man and I said, he looks like this. And then I imagined saying that about a man.
But to be fair, like the lines behind him, the text next to him, that is edited in the thumbnail.
Well, yeah, of course that's normal.
Well, so it's edited.
The picture of him isn't any more than what I've said.
Well, it's still edited.
It's still explain these two then. Come on.
We don't have to get into that because the overall image.
This is a man whose proportions need to be explained to human beings. One day, after the data wars, the aliens will be here and they'll be sifting through our rubble. And what if this is one of the few documents still left on Earth? And they see Mersh. They're going to think this was what we were all like, you know? So there needs to be a public record of that. You know when they sent the golden disc off into space and it's got that picture of the naked man and lady standing there so that an alien will look at that upside down and go, that's a weird nose. You don't want to give this as your representation of the whole human race. One day, a child might see Mersh with his own naked eye. How do you know when people are like, oh my gosh, now people can get gay married? How do I explain that to my kids? That's Mersh. How do you explain Mersh to a child? I've had to do that, by the way, as a father. Mersh is my job. And can you sit there and picture that? You have to sit there and tell your kids about the birds and the bees. I have to tell them about the Royce and the Mersh. Yeah, don't worry. No, I literally have to lie and say they're not real. They can't come get you. They're not. No, you can't. They're not under your bed. They're not in the closet. Mersh is a figment of our imaginations. It's like Clifford the Big Red Dog or the Boogeyman or Freddy Krueger or what's another one?
Jason
X. Like Jason X, where the mask fused into his head and then his head was around the mask. That's Mersh. The same kind, except with no power, no ability. He will die. He's stroking out constantly. We really have nothing to worry about. Mersh he's a problem that takes care of himself. This is something like everybody will need to one day sit down with their children and explain how we allowed this in our country.
I didn't know about this disc, by the way. I'm looking it up for the first time. Wow.
You've never seen the golden disc?
No. And I'm not seeing the people on the actual disc. It looks like it's just shapes.
There's people.
Oh, wait, I see
There's
it.
two people. There's a guy going like this. And a lady,
Yep,
she's got her tatas out.
Right.
And then there's a second lady. I guess that one's Ape. So an image of Nick and Kayla and Ape in space. Okay, so this is a real human man and something needs to be done about it. He's out there and he's floating around, and sometimes you might run into him. Here's the thing. We met Mersh in his California surfer dude days, okay? He was the appropriate level of fat, the level of fat I am now, you know, where you're just, here's the thing. I got fat last year for the bit for Ripped by August 1, okay? And then I've never lost any of the weight. I lost like 17 pounds and then plateaued. And so, yeah, I'll admit it. I'm suffering from a dad bod. I got it. Mersh had a dad bod. I got a dad bod. Here's the thing, though. I'm a dad. Mersh will never be a dad. He's a fur baby mama. You know? He's out there stealing gas station cats. I have the excuse. I get to go, well, you know, I got these kids. I sit on a computer. My job is sitting down all day. It's like, oh, boy, I got to hit. Mersh has no excuse. None. He doesn't have to be anywhere ever. He's got no real thing he's got to do ever. There's no effort put into a show. When you're not seeing Mersh on camera, he's not working. Okay? I'm working all day long on this stupid show. Every single day. There's no weekend. Mersh tells you, I got Saturday and Sunday off. Off from what? From what? And, you know, Mersh can see us right now. Like, we have to be careful about how we approach this, Ryan. You're coming up with your little plans for how to get him healthy. Mersh knows already. He can see into the future and the past. He is able to transcend beyond. He knew about the golden disc. Okay? So when we first met Mersh, back in the past, he knew he would become this. We saw him in his pupa form. And then we saw him as a sort of kakuna, you know, a metapod. And now here we are at his beedrill, and it's horrifying. Other people, they came upon him for the first time like this. There's no explanation for that. You know? That's why when they've got a werewolf movie, they show you step by step, the guy's fingers start growing and becoming claws, and his snoot comes out, and you boop it. You boop the snoot, and his hair starts growing. And they show you step by, even in the 30s, they were doing dissolves to show you him so that you're not confused. Because if the movie started with him as a wolf man, you would go, I guess he's just a wolf man all the time. I feel no sympathy for this character. Mersh is a Mersh.
You're saying this is Mersh semicolon actualized. He's Mersh semicolon realized.
He's like, you know, when you fight the final boss and he has to go through 3 different stages of defeat.
Yes.
We're on the last stage, okay? I'm not saying we're trying to defeat him. If anything, the opposite. But I am saying that he is in that final stage, and a lot of people just showed up. They're just, you know, you're fighting Sigma, and when he starts off as the guy with the little lightsaber and the cape, you're like, okay, that's sort of like the robot that I am. If you walk into the room and he's just the giant floating head with a cannon sticking out of its mouth, and that's the first time you see him, you go, this is kind of an odd villain. Who How did he even manage any of this? He doesn't have hands. You need the in-between. There is a terrifying number of people out there who will never fully experience how we got here with Mersh. So this needs to be, this is why we need the archivists and the clippers out there as well, by the way. This episode will disappear. Again, there's a guy reporting the show right now, doing like, and like showing off to people in a Discord that he's doing it. It's like the most pathetic thing I've ever seen, that he's like proud of it. And by the way, I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Look at this. Here's his little video. All right. Most people would be they wouldn't want to give a guy the time of day. They'd be too scared to show it. This is the video. You know, he's the Don. It's him. So he brings up the report menu, and then it's taking him a long time to choose. And then he clicks hateful or abusive content. And then it says, thanks for reporting. So, and then you see this editing at the beginning. Anyone else think they might know who this is? Where have I seen shitty phone editing from a literal mongoloid before? Wonder who this could be. You got ran off the internet one time. You want to do it again? You think that's all we've got? So anyway, probably shouldn't poke the bear, huh? He's just going to sit there and do it anyway. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. You can make my channel go away. You can make all the Hydra channels go away. And then they'll just keep coming back. And you're still going to be you. And one day you may have to pay the price for what you're doing. And even if that's a joke, even if you edited that video and you didn't really report it and it's completely faked, that won't stop me. I will come after you. I'll come after your real world job. Oh, what? You don't have one? Shocker. But I will come after you and I will do unto others. So anyway, Mersh, we got to keep a record of this out there. The guys like that dude, what was his name? What's his new name now that he's poking his head up again? Toucan Sam. That dude, he wants to hide this stuff. Mersh, Ball Lickers, all these guys, they don't want this information out there. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like how the fact is that you're pretending, but I remember when we were there.
Oh, I'm being told Mersh is live. Let's check in with Mersh, see what's going on.
Whoever that is who's futzing around, let it be known that not only am I neutral and helpful towards Mersh, and I see him actualized in a more
he's not really he's not doing it for Mersh. I'm joking when I say
digestible way.
He's not doing it for Mersh. He's doing it because I made fun of him.
But also, I will say this to the Mersh Ball Lickers, as you call them. This is Censor.tv. I'm giving him a platform, and it's going good. Mersh is.
That's true.
The only reason we have this video is because of I allowed it to actually. They asked me if it was okay to do, and I said yeah.
Yeah, that's very kind of you. You did not have to allow him to be on censored. Gavin hates him. But,
right.
Oh my God! Wait. Speaking of family annihilation, doing an Aaron Imholte, that's Mersh's family on screen. Look at this. This is live right now.
Kid was born into a real bum shit string of luck, man. You know, his only sin was being born in the wrong fucking family.
Are you talking about him?
Yes,
himself?
yes, that's him.
He's had to shoulder a heavy burden because we're all human at the end. It's a real moment when stuff like this happens. Show must go on, but let's do it together.
Wait, what happened? Somebody died?
The Nightwave Misfits. I'll be doing good, Tim.
Oh my God, what?
Ryan Wilkes for 20. So sorry to hear about your sister. I lost mine 4 months ago.
No.
Okay, well.
He was gonna fuck Aaron just for fun.
Well, that's terrible.
And listen, by the way, don't think that
thanks a lot, Mersh.
That the thought has not occurred to me today of what a goddamn piece of shit I was yesterday. You know what I mean? Like,
this is
what do you do?
I did have that thought while I was taking a shower today, where I'm like, yeah, you were talking all that Cash Money shit last night, dunking on Aaron's misfortune, dude. Literally, I did a dance.
He talked shit about Aaron being
in the
arrested.
ROTC studio when the news. I stood up got out of my chair and did a little dance. And
I was about to say, like, okay, well, we're just going to end this episode now. Mersh's sister died. This seems inappropriate.
Sure.
Ripped by September. But wait, I have to change the thumbnail to RIP by August.
Oh, please do not do that.
Okay. I was literally about to end the episode, but he's right. He's talks shit every day about people.
Imagine you have 3 brothers, but 2 of them are fucking twats, and then there's only one cool one, and the cool one died.
Wait a second. So we just predicted Mersh's family annihilation on the show. I just said minutes ago his whole family is dead. And knowing knowing he has sisters. I need the full scoop on this. We might have to go back in the stream.
We have this generational curse in my family. Like, my mom's youngest brother died first, right? I'm sorry, my mom's...
His whole family's being annihilated in front of our eyes. We have to call back that jail.
Like the youngest in my grandparents' siblings, the youngest brother died first.
Guys.
Then in our generation,
if you got Rumble accounts, now's the time. Okay, I got to get off screen for this.
Be nice, you people.
I'm not telling anybody to anything, but if you have Rumble accounts,
I'll send him a super chat. I'll say, hey,
yeah,
you know what? I'm actually glad I never did.
I'm sorry your whole family was annihilated.
It's something different than that, but when Mike David announced that he was starting to admitting that he was dying. Diapers, dying. I was so tempted. This is back when I had an Instagram, I think, and I was like, yeah, and I was gonna be like, hey, hope you're good, because I don't know. I see I don't like the guy, but when life and death is a thing, it's be like, hey, we had got along at one time, and I don't want you dead. That's but I'm glad I didn't. Because he seems alive and not well, but
well, we wish him
still kind of a shitty.
That would be
we wish him bad. You said?
I said the best.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In his endeavors,
I mean, I still wish him the best, but
of shitting in diapers.
Okay, but I'm glad I didn't message that at the same time because
first thing in the morning, I'd be like, did that guy really give me an Oxy 80 yesterday? Fuck yeah.
Oh no.
Nightwave Radio on Rumble, guys. Nightwave Radio on Rumble.
Token Studies. Just click the pinned link in the chat.
Remember, we permanently got him to remove his chat from screen. What happens this time?
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get in the right frame of mind. It's just
it's so much harder on Rumble to fuck with chat. DDoS. We're DDoSing.
Again, this just hits sometimes,
Are you ripped yet? Says Mersh is a fat fuck.
Dr. Chakrin said a Doxy 80 would make me puke for 2 hours.
And that was deleted.
Oh, I'm not saying I would pop the whole thing. You gave me an Oxy 80, and I'm going to find a way to cut that up into 4s.
No, don't do drugs, Mersh.
Oh my God. This is insane. What a crazy coincidence.
Let's see, what do we
how about this point of view?
It's like give you a little update. So I want to play this little throwback.
Would she want you self-destructing? Probably not. This is, you could totally take this a different route and start the self-improvement. Make my job easier.
I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Unbleached says, do you have any family members who lived?
But, my man, helpline for gambling. So I'm asking you.
You should do all the drugs and just end the bloodline already. This is it. You're looking at the end of an entire bloodline right now, and it's Mersh. It's this guy.
Completely blew it yesterday at the U.S. Open. I mean, overwhelming favorite. Right now, I'm looking.
Wait, is that what he meant by ripped? R.I.P.
But how are the New York Liberty losing to the Los Angeles Sparks? You know what I mean? So what I really need help with is I need a lock for tomorrow. I'm losing.
Is he playing his own prank call to feel better? What the fuck?
Is he trying to find where he's dancing to the misfortune of others?
No, I think this is him doing a prank call.
Huh.
Just stuff coming up. Angels, Detroit Tigers. Now I'm going Detroit, right? Now that's -1.5. I think Detroit's been in a slump. I think Detroit can pull it out.
Now the Rangers blew it against the White Sox tonight.
Guys, now's the time. Leave whatever thing you're on now and go to Rumble.
MLB team. So I'm just
They're
wondering.
obviously
going to
delete it right away.
What, football, basketball? Like, where can we? What kind of locks do you have for me?
So this is a helpline to stop gambling.
To help me gamble? Yeah, a helpline for gambling. So I'm asking you. Look,
Oh my God! He just explained his prank call to the guy he's prank calling.
Yeah, what you have to say is like, yeah, this is a gambling to stop gambling. I want to stop, but this is my last.
Jeez,
I'm trying to stop, but I need a big.
So many people are so bad at prank calls, but Mersh is the worst.
I think you dialed the wrong number, sir.
So anyway, if you guys hadn't watched that,
good job pranking the guy. He might as well have called up and said, like, "Hi, I'm trying to prank you."
To give you guys an update. So the White Sox did lose that game.
Oh, thank God Mersh is updating us. All right, let's go back to the beginning of this is kind of a bummer. Let's go back to the beginning of the episode and hear his announcement about his family annihilation. Christ.
Welcome.
Audio is terrible.
I'm here. I'm certainly going to do the best I can.
Buffering. DDoS?
Welcome to Nightwave Radio. I am your host, Mersh. No Ghost of Mersh on Twitter anymore, just at the Bad Luck Boys. If you need to get in touch with me, nightwavetalk@gmail.com. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this tonight. I'm going to try to be funny.
Oh, man. All right, the chat's getting a little brutal.
Rumble, give us those up fingers on your way in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're following the channel. If you want to support the show, of course,
DDoS?
You can go to revengeofthesys.com.
Yeah, Mersh is being DDoS.
/Nightwave. I will pin that link in the chat room.
Oh my God, get to it. This is a DDoSing.
Once again, revengeofthesys.com /Nightwave. Head on over there if you want to donate. Use the coffee option. We'll read them just like super chats. And then, I don't know. Get the fuck out of here. How you guys doing tonight? How is everybody doing?
Well, we're pretty good.
Weekend? Are we all having fun? Are we all excited? Yeah.
You don't ramp down the
obviously, Zem Rhino in the chat was saying F earlier. I'm a little surprised, honestly, at how many people that aren't in my family already knew about what was going on. I was shocked today when everybody knew before the show. But
I did not know about this.
My sister, who some of you may know, chat room.
Is it the ghost hunting sister?
Sister Diane passed away yesterday. So I found out.
I swear I didn't know about this when I said the
annihilating Nightwave last night. I didn't even realize that my phone was blowing up for the show last night. So, and I'm kind of glad I didn't pick up the phone when I did, because last night would have sucked too.
So it happened while he was celebrating Aaron's misfortune last night.
Obviously, I don't have a ton of information. I believe we're probably going to have to do something up in New York, the memorial. So I've been handling a lot of death in the last couple of years, and mercifully, thank God, my nephew is taking point on this.
What?
His mom wanted him to take point on this, so a little bit off my shoulders, but yeah,
she knows you were dying.
It fucking sucks, because that's if for those of you that follow the show and you know the show, you probably know that I have a pretty fractured family system where the Sheelys are not known for our close-knit clan-like tendencies,
or cleanliness, or hygiene, or good smell, or ripped by August weight. So, all right. Is it impossible to continue making fun of Mersh at this point? Is it too sad? Did he just rip our stream by August?
I can't do it.
It's hard, right? I can feel you passing away here during
this is
it's too
poor
much.
Choice of words.
Well,
but it could be this telescoping, especially as a I don't know, as a believer, that I don't know. What if it's this telescoping effect of making fun of somebody's misfortune, making fun of somebody, and then just the line of. I mean, that's not the only reason we don't do that.
I'm not gonna lie. I literally just checked my phone to make sure, like, oh, I don't have any important texts or anything where I don't need to know about somebody and find out right now myself that something bad's happening. All right, let's do this for just a second here. We're going to regroup a little bit. I'm just going to play you. I mentioned earlier I was on Salvo's show, and that's when I called Aaron Imholte's jail, his new home jail. Somebody, I think Salvo tweeted out a clip of it, so I figure I'll play that for you right now, and you can check this out. Just real quick, we're going to take a second here with Mersh and figure some stuff out. Be right back.
You have reached the Stearns County Jail Records Department. Please wait for the next available representative.
Hell yeah. Some road tunes.
Yeah, this is the vibe. Des also could.
Hi.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm part of the press. I'm wondering, is there a way to check to see if there's a certain person who inmate currently or is incarcerated there?
Yeah, what's the last name of the individual?
Imholte, Imholte.
Don't have anybody by that name currently in custody at the Stearns County Jail.
Okay, I appreciate your help. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, there you go.
Interesting. So maybe
I guess he's not. I guess he's not there. I would have
on the lamb.
I would have probably pressed her like a little bit more on finding his location because he is dangerous. But okay, so he's not arrested.
I don't think the lady at the jail like has a bead on his location at all times just because they're expecting to execute a warrant on it. So.
Yeah, but you can request to talk to the lieutenant.
Okay, you want me to call back and request to talk to the lieutenant?
Can you? Can you? Like, I want to talk to someone who knows what's going on here, Jesse. This guy's dangerous. He could be like. We know there's a warrant. We know his address. He's not arrested. We know the woods. We know what woods he could be at. This is like a tip. We're giving a tip. Well, let's file a tip actually now, Jesse.
Should I tell them where he is? I mean, I guess I could.
I think you should. I think you have to.
I guess I could do it. Let me reread his message to me about he was going out to a cabin is what it was.
Dude. He's gonna murder his kids and kill himself.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my, this is about to be a big bear
This is some family annihilator shit.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be like on a Netflix documentary. Like this is.
Here's the thing, though. There's no chance he takes out the kids before he takes out Ape.
I don't know. I don't think he can get to Ape.
I think he could get in. He knows all the ways in the compound, into the Rekieta compound. I mean, the man was going in not just Nick's back door, but his wife's. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be right back.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
It's a very difficult family annihilation.
Right?
It's fucking really sad, but it's true.
All right. So Ryan, I'm gonna take your temperature on this. What do we do? Because I know you now feel too bad for Mersh. And it's going to color the rest of your commentary on him. I know that about you. It'll be impossible. You probably don't even want me to play the rest of him talking about it.
No, definitely. Okay, yeah. Well, if that's something then you have to do, Then I'll just finish watching Quiet Place day one with my wife on Amazon Prime or whatever.
Maybe I should take this into the pizza fund. We bring the henchmen in, and
I might be an empath.
Yeah,
because now I feel close to these people. And I want to help.
Well, you're part of the dark triad, and you've got.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
I think I'm in the light triad.
Yeah. You think I have big shoulders compared to Mersh?
That ain't bad. That's a good size width.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't say, oh, yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
You did it again.
Look at me next to Mersh. Oh, yeah.
You're way bigger.
And please understand that my head is about twice the size as Mersh's, so it's sort of I've got a reverse Hassan Piker thing going on where you can't tell just how big they are because you've seen my head in real life.
Yeah, it's a big head.
It's a big head.
I lumered that head.
Oh, Podawful did get lumered. Did you know? Did you know that? Did you know there's a video of Laura Loomer lumering Podawful?
Is it from my point of view by any chance?
No. This is like the real deal. Dracula herself, fucking actual lumerologist. Look at this. Check this out. Watch this. This is real. This is not like an edit or something crazy. Okay, watch this.
Podawful got lumered. Podawful got lumered.
That's awesome. Podawful. Is that a real website that I can go to?
Podawfulgotlumered.com. Should be. Somebody go snatch that up before Ryan or I do.
Podawful got lumered.
But you can visit our website over at urbanmoving.systems.
Right.
Urbanmoving.systems, everybody. Urban Jesse Shoulders PS, they're calling me now. Wow. Thank you very much.
And maybe I should head off of this because I know that you're going to transition from urban movers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were dancing to Mersh, who was dancing.
Oh, yeah. How about dancing on the grave of his
show?
Neglected cats.
There we go.
But how do we keep this? This is difficult. I honestly, even I feel a little too something. I don't know. Human.
I think he needs support. This could be the arc where you befriend him again.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know which one. I feel like Diane was he had two sisters, so technically the family is not completely annihilated yet. He also mentioned a nephew there, although he did have another nephew who exploded in a fiery car crash.
What?
So, yeah.
Wow.
So, and killed two other people, I think. Maybe one. But I think the sister who died is not the ghost hunter sister. So that's good because that they can still talk to the.
I see where you're going.
It would have made her job easier, though.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool to have, like, if you're a ghost hunter, don't you want to have, like, a ghost pal who tells you all the info about the spooks and specters and.
Oh, no. I meant she would have been a ghost.
Oh, by being a ghost? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That doesn't really help you hunt them if you are one. That's like, it's not like helpful to a deer to become a hunter.
I have to chime in here. That's not true. Look at Blade.
Well, he's half though. He's a daywalker. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's a half. See, he's half vampire and half
exactly.
Not getting kicked off of YouTube yet.
No.
So
they should have called that movie Spade.
This is tough. Yes, that's very good. This is where's let's take the temperature of the audience, shall we? Where are we at? Should we just go into the pizza fund maybe and see if we can continue without Ryan on Mersh? Because even I am feeling a little, I might need some people to pull me through on this one, to be honest. Doing a pod after show. What are we thinking? Because
I'm also afraid that my absence will allow for
way
less
worse
of a moral guideline.
Way worse stuff. That's what I'm thinking as well, right? All right, let me do this. I tell you what, I'm gonna read the chats, see what they're saying, on all the different sites. I'm going to, let's play a little bit more of him talking about it here. And if it's just too pathetic and sad, then maybe we'll figure out a different thing to do entirely. All right, let me just play a little bit more, Ryan, okay? And then you tell me what you think.
Okay.
And Diane was the only sister I got along with.
Too sad. It's immediately too sad. No, that was the perfect drop of. Is it a sad horn?
I don't know, man. Do you think she's already?
Oh my God, I have bonitis.
Just made of bones now.
Bones to make us feel good.
Scientifically, that's an insane assumption.
All right. Now, all right. What about this? What if I say, now this is completely unrelated to Mersh, okay? This next thing is completely unrelated to Mersh, all right? That's on the record. It says nothing to do with Mersh.
Take him off the screen.
I can't. So, all right, here. Hang on. Okay. This is completely unrelated to Mersh.
He's still...
Oh, sorry. Completely.
That's the same image.
So he can't say, well, I've got two screens, Ryan. All right. This has nothing to do with it. That's on the record. Here we go. Now that has nothing to do with what's going on with Mersh whatsoever. A little dance. Why would it? Why would it have anything to do with Mersh? That'd be weird of me, and I'm not a weird guy.
It could be a welcoming of some sort of curse that you've just done. A Sonichu level, talisman related.
Again, I was there for the merge of the dimensions.
I dropped your name because we watched the newly released body cam.
Yeah, I was told. There's a guy in the cult, Jared, who also he watches all you guys' stuff, and he said Ryan mentioned you and Podawful in Cops and Robbers episode 79. Thanks, bastards. Jump to 2530 talking about Chris Chan. Gavin doesn't acknowledge as usual.
That's true.
Yeah. Gavin hates when you do that. He knows you're like taking over airtime to promote your friends.
He doesn't mind. He's never like responded negatively to. He's like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay."
Yeah, Ryan, clear the air for a second here. My appearance on the show for Jan 6 Part 2.
Right.
Everyone says that this was bad and Gavin hated it.
No.
What is the
I don't think he's unenthused with things that I know that the fans would like. Like I know that people like when things get changed up a little bit. It's exciting. You know, a younger person who's funny, like doing on-scene sort of reporting.
Well, what was the day of the feeling of what was the feel?
He seemed like, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. But when it's not his idea and there's like a smidge of extra work to be done
after the fact. I know it was like annoying to set up. It was annoying for me too, by the way. But after the fact, it was the funniest part of the episode, right? I mean, it was.
I liked it a lot. No, I think it was really good. It was colorful. But you know, But
I have been disinvited from ever appearing on the show again.
I don't know if that's it. He just didn't have guests very often.
Any form whatsoever. Just Jack Murphy and me. So anyway. Well, Gavin said he liked it. I heard him say it. So
yeah.
He liked it. The bit was that it was stupid. That was the point.
Right.
So
I think he got a kick out of Jan 6 Part 2.
Yeah.
Jan 6 2.
I was there doing that anyway, by the way. This is the other thing that people get wrong is Ryan and Gavin basically co-opted the bit I was there doing that anyway. And they just happened to be doing not just happened, it was Jan 6, but they were doing their Jan 6 show And so they brought me on for a little levity because the rest of it was just you interviewing people who were like arrested or something, right? Wasn't
I think it was the only Levitus part of the episode.
Yeah, it was the only funny part. It was easy being the funniest part of the episode because of the only funny part of the episode, but
the comic relief.
I was the comic relief, yeah. All right, so
and that was a real relief.
Let's check the chat room and see what they're saying. I miss the old goons from before Jesse started devoting his like to Mersh. Who remembers Tristan Starchild, Ching Chang Chong, and Bob? I'll tell you one thing. Nobody remembers Tristan Starchild. That's dead. That's dead on the vine.
I remember that name.
Starchild. Yeah. Ching Chang Chong. It's the same thing over and over again. Bob Hickman's the same thing over and again. I don't dedicate. I haven't done Mersh in months. This guy, I hate when people claim to be fans of the show in the same sentence where they get something so wrong about it. You think Mersh is this separate thing from those guys because everyone covers Mersh. I cover Mersh because I knew him in real life. I invented making fun of Mersh in this way. This is our thing. Love it. Okay.
It could be seen as sort of a Voltron.
Tristan Starchild is the original goon. Mersh is Tristan Starchild. They're the same guy to me. Except I know Mersh and I've never met Tristan Starchild in real life. I know Mersh in real life. I'm the only person it makes sense to cover Mersh that does it regularly. But I haven't covered him in fucking months, episodes and episodes. There's been no Mersh and you're still complaining. Do you know how much other people complain and go, oh, why don't you bring back Mersh? Can you hurry up and do Mersh? You're the minority here, Bubzette. Sorry, but
it's just one.
It is just one comment, but it was the first one I read. And I hate the people who think they're getting it and are not getting it. That stinks. They're saying more show.
Especially a remember the good old days comment.
Angie says, to be honest, I miss Tristan Starchild too. Get him to make some all right. You want me to cover Tristan Star? By the way, that would be a show that's watched by Angie and Bubsit and no one else. Remember, I was covering him back when, 20 people were watching live or something like that. But
the long-term fams are almost like a wife where they're like, we never go out anymore.
Yeah, it's like, come on. By the way, I've given you the comedy shaman. Come on.
Guys, I'm here.
Ryan. I gave you Ryan. I invented Ryan for you guys. Well, I love the Tristan Starchild stuff, but he doesn't make content anymore. We literally this is the problem with Podawful. We're too good at this. We have to have Mersh because everybody else we just run off of the internet. Rufio got run off for 2 years, then got run off for another year this past year. He's coming back, by the way. Rufio's back in a big way, people.
Dude, that special that you did, that should buy you like a year of
I know that's why
doing whatever you want to do.
That's why I do it that way now, because it's like otherwise
I would listen to that again. And it was long as shit.
The last Rufio episode?
Yes. Yeah.
That's my magnum opus. It's the best show
it was an opus.
It was the best one I've ever done.
It was an opus and Anthonus sort of. Anyway, but yeah, I'll be better next time too. I'm having to whisper. Both of my kids are asleep.
Yeah.
But next time I'll do wacky voices. I could pull up my drops and my elements. I'll be in the studio. But invite me back again, please. Just when people aren't dying for Pete's creeps.
Yeah, listen, I do feel
or getting arrested for imploding and annihilating a family.
I do feel like a lot of Mersh's sister's death is on your hands, Ryan, to be honest.
I would disagree with that.
It feels strongly. That way, though. I think a lot of the audience would agree that it feels that way. Most people are saying,
chat,
keep the show going. They're saying, keep the show going. Some people are saying pod off their show. Let me guess the difference there. That's a person with the pizza fund. So we'll do this. We're going to keep the show going. We're going to say goodbye to Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I hate that I already had my finger on the clap button and then you ruined it by saying that. Do you want to plug anything before you?
No, I think I'm good. Let's see. I think I have another mixtape coming out.
Censored.tv, promo code offensive. Okay.
Compound censored.
Get $20 off at checkout for your deep discount DVDs with that. And then
Man Great. It's actually Man Great.
And then all right, we'll do a Pod After show in the Pizza Fund, $6 level. Join it, podawful.pizza. We'll keep the show going. I do have others. Even if the Mersh stuff is too sickening and bad at this point, I actually do have some other stuff to cover that maybe we could do in that. So join me over there. We got plenty more for you. We only got through 13 minutes of the Elijah Schaffer episode. That was supposed to be the whole show. We'll figure out if Mersh is too sad in the Pod After show as well. We'll join everybody in the Discord and get everybody jumping in on this podawful.pizza. It'll take a second to set up. I wasn't prepared for this, but this is all right. Hang on a second. Let's just listen to him for
family and shit. And I'm sure you've heard me always mention the one sister and the one nephew I get along with. Oh, cross one of them off the list. I pretty much just got my nephew, his wife, and their kids now.
Okay. I'm thinking, by the way, this means that the ghost hunter sister is the living one and he doesn't get along with her, which finally explains why, and this is true, Mersh's ghost hunting sister once reached out to me, knowing who I am, that I'm Mersh's biggest enemy. I think she wanted me to shit on Mersh for her. So we fully support Mersh's only final remaining sister. Protect her at all costs. Ghosts, spirits, come protect her from her dead sister. Boo. Okay, sorry, Ryan, you're still on the line while I'm saying that. I forgot.
It's okay. I don't endorse it.
You had the chance to go.
Thank you for having me.
You don't have to be here. I don't know. I'm in an awkward position now because I don't know what to do, and then I know I can feel you sitting there going
sad, empathizing,
and
contemplating life itself.
It's absolutely disgusting to me. I wish you would stop.
Well, fine, bye, but pick up my phone call so I could do funny riffs at you.
I do. All right. Anyway,
all right.
Bye, Ryan. Bye. And by the way, go to childpornhub.com. And that was they just discovered that the Krasenstein twins own childpornhub.com. This is a big, terrifying thing that's going on where they, they've got all these teen porn websites. And apparently if you go there, you'll get a big surprise. Childpornhub.com. Okay, that was Ryan told me to plug that for him when he left. Childpornhub.com. Lenny, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Lenny, about all this? Is it because your dad died? Should I stop making fun of Mersh?
No.
Okay. So let's end this one classically. Until Mersh is ripped, I don't ever have to come up with a new parody song for him again. We'll play the same one as last year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually, I just realized that this song I'm about to play is a parody of a song that's about a guy being sad about his dead family member as he approaches the month of September. That's no good. Okay, listen, I don't know what to do anymore. Just here's the thing. Bye, everybody. Bye. Podawful.pizza.
White boy summers coming past. I'm trying to lose my fat ass. I'll be ripped by September 1st. Like my father, I'm a tries to rest. Now I'm gaining back what I lost. I'll be ripped by September 1st.
I'm just a burned out, miserable ex-fucking strip club manager who's a drunk. Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm a fucking loser. Yeah, I got all shit. I'm cringe. I'm a fucking lolcow. I'll take all those fucking titles.
Lose 2 pounds and I rejoice. Now I'm getting whacked by Royce. I'll be ripped by September 1st. Bring out dumbbells to train like I did last spring again. I'll be ripped by September 1st. Here come the pounds again. I box and take a hike, making mouth sounds again. Spaghetti on my mind. As my memories grow, my triangle will start to show. I'll be ripped by September 1st.
Let's call me fat in like August. Call me fat in September. I like it. I like that people are doing the fat thing still because it's pathetic. It's actually really going to be fun. It makes going to the gym fun. It makes it fun knowing that these guys are going to have one less thing to whine about when they're fucking seething and when they're all angry about he's fat. Yeah, not much longer, buddy. The facts of the case are is that right now, objectively, I am still fat. But it doesn't bother me because I'm not going in the wrong direction with it.
We're here for you. White boy summers come and pass. The last 2 years have gone so fast. I'll be ripped by September 1st. Still a badass, yes it's true. But next year has an August too. I'll be ripped by September 1st. I'll be ripped by September 1st. I'll be ripped by September 1st.
Of 2024, maybe 25.
Give me a couple of trees.
Podawful.pizza. See you in the after show. Until next time, have an awful day.
I know I'm fat. I know I'm a drunk. And I know